Hello, chat. Hi, everyone. Yay. We're back. We are back. As you can see, chat, I'm just fixing a layout thing here.
Yeah, thanks
Partially.
for giving me Breelith today. Actually, we're gonna like swap characters for the day, just like
Right.
have a little bit of fun.
That
Wonderful.
sounds amazing. I'm not
It's like a horrible idea, actually.
gonna lie.
God, I hear about people who do like Freaky Friday episodes, and I just am
Oh.
like, I don't know how that would go. I feel like it would be a little nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can see it being difficult to capture the essence of another player.
You'd also have to like trade character sheets and stuff. It would be a
Right.
lot of work virtually.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I can do every single last one of you guys.
Nice.
Even Chris's new character that I haven't met yet.
I love it. That's fantastic.
You know what? You got charisma so high that like I believe you. I think you could totally do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Steph, thanks for the resubs. Oh my goodness, 35 months almost.
Not as many as some
There he is.
people in this channel in this community, but
Well, Frank's at like 800 or something. Like since
I
he
know, right?
started. That's incredible.
Oh, the layout looks incredible, Dan. You're doing such a good job.
Oh, good. Good.
Oof. What happened?
Everybody is like doubled and
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Dan, honestly, like I'm thinking about doing some more streaming on my channel with multiple people, and I have no idea how you do it. Like,
Oh, that's so cool.
He has a
gotta
really good system.
Mm-hmm. I found out I got this nesting thing sorted with OBS, and it saved my life. It's incredible.
God, nesting scenes are a godsend ever since they
Yeah.
put it in there.
Thank
Because
you
now
for
I just
this.
have camera, audio, game capture.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Get Foxy's all set up here.
No. What happened?
Who's on your shirt, Trisha? What is that?
Is it food?
Oh, just book lover. Cute.
Yep.
I like it.
Aw.
Little top knot.
I don't have long hair like I used to, but nice little messy one with the bow.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. All right, we're almost set, gang. I'm so sorry. Thank you for your patience. We're almost there.
How dare you? I'm just kidding.
Hey, Cookie.
What's chat doing tonight? How are our chat people? That's a weird cider.
A cider?
Yeah, I have a cider, a new cider I was trying, and
Wait,
it's very it's a little bitter.
Right, because Sarah's not here. It isn't a 6-player thing, Dan. Doofus.
Oh, it's
I would have
drier.
to say our characters have like the best hair like ever. Like all of us.
Yeah, it's the facts,
They're
Christy.
so good.
All right, let me see how far back I can undo this since it was set up right. I was just off a player.
Oh.
I was like, hey, 6-player, and I'm like, I forgot. Looks like Sarah I can't make a time.
Cool. Cookie, working on your first adventure. Are you thinking about DMing a game or something?
Lost Minds of Fantastic.
Or are you a writer? Hi, Emo B,
Emo B.
welcome.
Thanks.
I am now a sorcerer.
Exciting. All right, let's swap this up, right? We got Zia.
You want me to gift subscriptions again?
Three left
Hi, Demetri. I don't know who you are, but hi.
here.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't know.
I got to
You
go
don't know.
over. Like, I totally randomly.
I have no idea.
No. I can't.
First DM ready,
Okay.
nice Cookie. Ready for bed. Oh, well, thank you, Warren. I hope you have a good night's rest. And thanks for popping
Getting
in.
ready for bed.
Yeah.
Bye,
That sounds
Warren.
nice. After D&D.
Yeah. And you're 3 hours behind us, Steph.
I know it's
understand
only 7. It's only
being-
7 for me.
It's fine. I understand being tired knows no time. Does not care about the time
Here,
on
here,
the clock.
here, here.
I don't want to go about this. I think I'll keep this over here. And all right, so I think we're about ready to go. I'm actually going to keep viewers in suspense for a minute. I'm going to mute us to have a quick
Okay.
convo with our crew, and you can just guess. If you can read lips, awesome. You'll probably see what we're saying. Our audio will go live again in just a minute. Okay. All right. Thank you, chat. Our secrets have been shared. And we are getting ready to go underway here. I'm gonna try and bring my notes up. It's a little bit of a new setup for me. I'm so sorry. My monitors are pushed out.
Got
So
this.
Okay. Well, we have left off our crew. experienced so much on their personal mystical hidden away island of Macaw over the past several sessions. A bunch of discoveries, the nightmare creature, or the creature that consumes nightmares that ended up being in the fell portion of the forest, unlocking mysteries, doorways in the castle, a bunch of other really interesting things. As our crew was heading back, they were ready to head to McCullum's stead. They left the island of Macaw, returning them to normal space. And as they returned, a message came through from Luanda Drake, their liaison with the pirates, the Sky Pirates, a collective. Excuse me. I'm so sorry if I cough and can't mute it in time. It's been my past few days. And with that, we'll kind of pick up right there. So you're all on the ship, whichever portion. Right. I'm so sorry, viewers. Chris, viewers.
Hello, viewers.
Chris will be joining us with his amazing character Grundy. You'll find all about Grundy and get a nice introduction. I can't wait. That'll be right near the top of the session. So we've got Chris. He's joining us as a regular member of the cast and crew. I guess it's a pirate ship. Okay.
Yes.
Yay. Okay. The ship exiting, that otherworldly space around Macaw, returning to normal space. You get this heads up to meet with them. A collective of pirates will soon be at your doorstep as it is to rendezvous with you and give you more information. You're not sure how long it's going to take. You've received the message. You know to expect the pirates within the next, shortly, as all Luanda said, I think. So as you've gotten that message, Sinister, and I think shared it with the crew.
It was me and Liazana up top while I was scribing it and adjusting my shirt because I was like trying to make sure I look good.
Nice. All right, so you just wrap that up. What would you all like to do? Anyone have anything they want to do while you wait?
I'm just glaring at Liazana like, do I look good? Do I look good?
You look good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess
I'm not good with fashion. I'm sorry.
Well, they're gonna be here any minute, and one thing I just want to let be known is that Ali and Nora told us that there's another interested party. Well, guess what? We found the other interested party. It's the pirates.
Maybe. I'm not sure though.
The UAF plus the pirates. They said it was like a thing. I think we're gonna be the thing.
I'm not sure, honestly. I think they're coming anyways.
Well, I'm feeling a tingle in my elbow, which is usually my paranoia bone, and it's usually never wrong.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll still be alive in the next 2 minutes after they come.
Go make sure my hair is good.
I'm not sure.
My hair cannot be out of place.
Oh.
It looks fine. I can't help much with it though. I'm sorry.
All right.
All right. I guess we got to tell everybody. So you go. Here's the, he lets I was about to say Kevin. He lets Rhodey give the paper over to Liazana that he transcribed, and he's just gonna hurry up and just try to find like a window or something to make sure his hair is okay.
Okay. Yeah, you found one of the portholes and wipe it and make sure your hair's on point. Message goes out then to everyone. Zio, what would you like to do upon hearing this?
So it seems like we are going to be meeting. So at that point, Zio would change the cloak of many fashions to the kind of more sailor piratey outfit that she did the last time, just for continuity's sake, I guess. And then would probably then head to the kitchen or wherever Vic is to kind of be like, you know, hey, did you hear that? Blah, 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 update. And then after that would probably try to find either Liazana or Cassius to just be like, okay, like, these are primary decision makers to tell me what to do.
I'm insulted, but I wouldn't.
I mean, Liazana's the captain and Cassius. Well, Cassius isn't here.
Cassius
Isn't even here.
Yeah.
None of you corrected me.
Oh, I was just thinking, like, did he
Okay.
stay on the ship? I was going to look at my notes.
I mean, at that point, there might be a stopping at Cassius's door to like knock, and then a sad realization that he's not there, and then hurrying off to find Liazana. We'll just make it a depressing moment instead.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's right.
All right, you head off to find Liazana. I'll say, I mean, it doesn't take long. So Liazana, where are you? Up in the upper deck?
I think I was on the upper deck, but then like after Sinister decides he wants to try to fix his hair again, she's probably gonna walk down and I guess try to find anybody else. So
Okay.
she's probably gonna be like on the first level of the rooms.
Okay, that first deck below, you see each other down the hallway, walking toward one another. Thea and Liazana.
Hey, Liazana. Hey, do you have a second?
I mean, as much as I can give, yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm assuming you've probably heard, and you know what's happening. And what are we doing?
I have no idea. Sinister has decided to keep fluffing up his hair, and I guess we need to try to get everybody together.
Great. Okay.
Because it sounds
Zeal-
like the pirates are gonna be on us like soon.
Okay. So Zeal then mind link and be like, "Hey, everybody, we're going to the captain's quarters. See you there."
A door opens
And then head
up.
off that way.
You start to turn away, and a door swings open. It's Titania. Oh, is everything all right? I heard it sounded like some commotion, excitement.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go to the captain's quarters, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Nothing. Should I join, or I don't want to
Yeah.
impose.
I mean, well, Zeal looked back at Liazana after saying, "Yeah," almost flips out and be like,
I guess it doesn't really matter. You can come along if you like.
"Okay, great, awesome. Let's go."
Thank you.
Maybe like knocking on other doors on the way, and then
Okay.
every single time a person pops out,
Mhm.
looking at Liazana and being like,
Anyone you want to exclude, Liazana?
Exclude?
Yeah. Among the crew.
Not that I can think of, really.
Okay. Everyone starts making their way up to the captain's quarters here, wherever you're headed. Breelith, how about you? Are you among one of the doors knocked on, or are you elsewhere?
I think that they spoke inside, like they
Mhm.
did a link message, right?
Yes.
About seeing them in the captain's quarters. I think the last thing that Brilith was doing was she was probably looking after Carmine. So I think that
Oh.
interaction just happened towards the end of the episode.
Okay.
So she probably just make sure things are, comfortable for Carmine, before kind of slipping out and going to the captain's quarters.
All right. You'll notice as each of you kind of leaves this lower deck and heads up, it's by no means cool down here below decks. It's hot and it's humid, but as soon as you step out into the atmosphere of the upper deck, the heat and humidity of the day really hit. Most of this time, after coming back to this area, less temperature regulated area, it's like a midsummer day. There's virtually no wind, not even a breeze, and sweat just begins for those of you that sweat. speeding up and rolling down in all those uncomfortable
Oh, no.
places. Yeah.
Oh no, not the humidity.
Oh no. Yeah, poor Sinister's here. You're managing, given your skills with your hair, but it's a challenge for sure. It's most effectively just a bright sunny day. Sun is up maybe 11 o'clock in the morning or so, so it's up pretty high, and there's just a few thin wispy clouds, and that's it. It's brutal. Of course, captain's quarters can be temperature controlled, so probably get into some nice AC in the captain's quarters. Who's creating the captain's quarters today? Zia? Okay.
I don't want to volunteer myself, but I will volunteer myself if nobody else volunteers.
Brilith wouldn't
I
think
mean,
about it.
I'm trying to think if we'd get there first.
Yeah, who would get there first? I wouldn't. I'd be fashionably late.
What happens if two people enter like at exactly the same time?
You can time it, give it an experiment and see.
Okay, Liazetta, you want to try it? 'Cause
Sure.
I've always been curious about what would happen.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. So I'll go ahead and let you both do a dexterity check to see if you can time it well. If you each get
Oh,
over
gosh.
12, DC of 12, if you both succeed, it'll be at exactly the same time.
Oh,
Think about
gosh.
your perms. Yes, facts.
Okay.
No, I'm not even gonna add my plus because I know it's less than 12.
Oh,
what'd you
I
get,
got
Zia?
14. I got 14.
Zia,
Liazetta, no.
it was the count. It was the 3,
I'm
2, 1,
sorry.
go. But
Mm.
Liazana went on 1. And you're like, no, you count down. It's 3, 2, 1, go. And she's like, I thought it was 3, 2, 1. And it was almost a
Oh
good
my
try.
gosh.
So Zia, what would you
I
like?
think they might have. Zia might have been used to Sinister cheating.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I think there's going to be a conglomeration of things
Mhm.
in kind of a very abstract sense.
Okay.
So her heart beating in her chest had been like something she was thinking of. So
Oh.
what kind of ends up materializing sort of looks like it's a cave, kind of very well lit,
Oh.
but looks
Ooh.
kind of like a huge chest cavity.
Oh.
And there's a big kind of rock heart in the back that will beat faster if with anxiety and slower with none. But it makes kind of a low rumbling noise, which
Okay.
would probably get annoying. But it is cooler, even a little damp almost, because it's like kind of like a cave. And then in the center would be like kind of a huge stone slab with
Wow.
kind of stone chairs.
Okay. Well,
And then that's what I got. When you put
amazing.
me on the spot.
I
When I put
love
myself on the spot.
it.
Nice.
Okay, Lisa, you step in just after to see this, and as each of you pours in, you kind of experience this setting.
I would like to say that as Sinister is probably late to the rodeo, seeing the decor, he would be like, wow, this is oddly familiar and kind of fits my aesthetic. I kind of like this. Whoever decide this room it feels a little bit of taste of home.
Oh,
Oh,
amazing.
Zia, if that was said out loud, Zia would
Yeah, it
definitely
was.
be like, wouldn't say anything, but would be like, oh,
Oh,
like
that's
just bonding with Sinister.
great. Nice. All right,
Because it
everyone.
kind of fits the aesthetic, even down to the rib cage and all the rock and all that. I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay, somebody's got good taste.
Amazing. So everyone is able to pull up a nice stone slab at the table, a stone seat, and Titania does as well. You get the whole crew.
Would sit by Titania. He would sit by
okay.
Titania.
Oh, Sinister. Don't know
Hey,
what's
girl,
happening
what's
yet.
up?
Isn't that
I
this
do.
exciting. Oh,
It's very exciting. You ready to meet some pirates?
maybe.
I don't want to give it away. But wait.
Okay. All right, take it. Whoever leads on, I assume, as the captain.
Sure. So we were just contacted by Captain Rose, or rather his assistant. They're on their way here to meet us.
That's nice.
It looks like they're. I don't mean to interject, Captain, my captain, but it appears that the ancient technology or the technology that Alienor was telling us about earlier, looks like they are hit to it too. They kind of want to go, yeah, that kind of.
They're definitely after something.
They're after something, but I think it's this. I got my paranoia elbow tells me it's this.
So Z's gonna kind of like raise a hand.
This isn't class.
So why are they coming and what do they want?
They
Do we
want us to
know?
steal stuff for them.
Wait, did they say that?
It's in this note, and I hand them paper.
Okay.
Yeah, the note basically says that I think they gave most of the spiel. That the UAF lately has been cracking down on the pirates, and they've actually lost a substantial number of ships to the UAF in these raids. But the accuracy of the raids, like their locations, and the timing of it is way too eerie to just be happenstance. They have some intelligence on the pirates, but they're not sure what it is, and so they want to send you undercover as UAF members on a week-long, like cadet training at the intelligence camp, basic intelligence training, to while there figure out what this leak is, like how they're getting all this information on the pirates because they're suffering some pretty big losses.
Mhm.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like we have to steal anything, or
Didn't
get
say we
anything.
don't.
I mean, it okay. So,
Every
and it
time I
definitely,
go on missions, I take stuff.
I mean, we've noticed. And okay, so are we going or Liazana? Like,
It sounds like they're pretty much giving us no choice.
okay, so
Like, it's gonna
involuntary
be-
week vacation.
Well, I don't know about vacation, but
I think we could kill
Sounds
more
like
than one
it's-
bird with one stone. Since we're going into the UAF, we can see the comings and goings of all their operations, not just this, and their itineraries. We can get as much information as we can. Not just this, but only give the pirates what they asked for. No more, no less, and actually just a little bit less than what they asked for.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
the best way to do it.
simple.
And take anything and everything that isn't nailed down, but don't get caught.
Okay, so don't do that. And okay, so we are going. Great. And we know that they're probably only going to ask a few of us to go, I'm assuming, and not.
I
and
would assume
probably
not
look at
everybody.
Eden and Guardian and be like, yeah, I don't know necessarily like if we would all blend in very well. And then kind of glances over at Charlie as well and be like,
Got it.
yeah, I don't know
understand.
how many of us they're gonna want.
I think we could have an established, in case things go really wrong, a team to come in and rescue us from certain danger, just waiting in the wings.
Oh, okay.
Titania raises her hand, seeing that that's the format.
Titania, you want to be a spy, Titania?
Oh no, I'm concerned. If pirates are arriving, and my ship is tethered to yours, and I don't know how they'll react. We do some dealings with the pirates, but it's always
Do they
dicey.
know you? Do they know you?
Our order has. I don't know that. I know of some pirates. The Admiral Uslonius has consulted us in the past. But I've also encountered other pirates that don't know me or care that I know the Admiral.
Can we just say we're escorting you? We were on an escort mission and that you just needed some.
Why can't we just untether the ship?
We
Yeah, I
could.
think that would work.
I was
I mean,
thinking.
we're out of the macaw, safely already at this point, so we don't have to stay tethered.
We could stay at a safe distance, but keep a careful eye on your ship. Make sure that
Yeah.
nothing happens. If you're leaving your ship, we can keep an eye on it, and the rest of
Oh.
whatever crew you leave behind.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
that
nice,
would be great.
Titania.
Thank you so
See,
much.
you can see Sinister understands the logic, but is just like really bummed out about it. Like, yeah, that'd be cool.
She taps you on the shoulder. Sinister, tell me all about the adventure when you return. Maybe in
Okay.
song.
In song.
But I must go. I must go. She pats your shoulder a little more. And well, there's a mark. Yes, I think you do have a sending stone for her now. Someone does. Yes, keep me updated if you need to. Best of luck. If you need rescuing,
You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, the code word, if we need to be rescued, is iced creams.
Ice creams. Oh, because yes, it kind of rubs your stomach. It shows yes.
Yeah,
Remember.
it's trying to kill me. You know, it's
Oh,
the thing that
yeah.
almost brought death. So when you hear ice cream, you know we're in danger.
I will remember. Yes.
Yeah.
She opens the doors very well and heads to untether the ship and gets to a safe distance before the pirates get here. Fingers crossed. All right.
Thanks.
You all have your plan in place. Is there anything else you want to discuss here?
So we are going along with the pirates and not double crossing them.
I wouldn't recommend double crossing them
But
because this sounds pretty serious, and it's basically a death threat if we don't go through with this.
Oh, I don't think
You
they would like
sure?
that too much. Sinister. I mean, what if they would catch us? Then it would be
what
a
if
big
I could
thing.
say that I wouldn't get caught?
Okay, but
I have
what
a good
about the rest of
tracker.
us?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or yeah. Okay.
I mean, I probably won't get caught because I'm so good at sneaking around. But you know,
You're so good at stealth.
I understand.
You're the
I
best.
understand the caution.
So, I guess they'll give us our aliases. Are we gonna come up with like our personas ahead of time? Like Breelith, I know that you were Brian before, but
I don't think I want to be Brian again.
okay.
You hear a
Alright.
very loud horn wail outside.
Is
I
it
guess
them?
they're here.
Like 3
Leon's
minutes
just gonna
after.
run outside.
And
Zio will follow.
Oh,
And-
Breelith's gonna run too.
but my hair, y'all. Okay.
You swing open the double sliding French door, whatever they push out the French doors, and that wall of heat hits you and humidity. Oh, it's terrible. Rushes into the room, and you look around outside and you hear it seems to be like back at 5 o'clock. You rush around that front cabin and look, and one of 6 pirate ships seems to be moderately close. The other 5 are coming in from a few different angles, one up above, one down below, and they're just starting sort of a spherical formation around you. They don't.
If
Mhm.
is our ship still, or have we still been moving?
Have you, that's up to you.
I don't remember if our ship's actually been moving because I was gonna tell is it Kip
Kip. Hmm.
to stop the ship.
Okay, we'll say you did that. It's been like 3 to 5 minutes, so thankfully, due to the incredible and a roll, but an incredible expedience and skill of Titania's crew, they've disembarked to hopefully a far enough distance. Go ahead and make perception checks all around. Everyone that's on in. Sorry, Chris, not just yet.
It's daytime.
Yes.
Direct sunlight.
Yeah. See what you get.
I got a 6.
Okay. There's 6 pirate ships. So you take that much in.
1 for each pirate ship.
Nice.
We got less than that.
Yeah.
A 5.
Woo!
So
I got
I'm
a
just
5.
so I don't lose track. I'm gonna go by box. Breelith.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Thanks,
16.
Christy. 16. Okay. Sinister, you got a 5, you said? Okay. Liazana?
I got a 12.
Well, oh, what's that? Sinister? Did you have? Oh, okay, sorry.
No.
Oh.
It's just a 5. I got disadvantage.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's bright today too. Okay. I have some sizzling sounds in the background playing for the stream because it's that hot.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
Brilith and
Nice.
Liazana, you both see that Brilith, you both see that these ships are light. They're not United Aviation Federation ships for sure. But they are missing. They don't have the plaques with names or anything like that. These ships seem to be built more for speed than cargo. And Brilith, with your roll a bit higher, it appears anyway, based on what you can see in the top deck, that maybe they're operating with skeleton crews instead of like not little skeletons since it's fantasy, but just a less
Right.
than ideal
yeah,
number of
yeah.
crew
I
members.
got you. I got you.
Maybe I should clarify. Yeah. Um,
Ray
um,
Harryhausen.
and you see, well, you see just like you did the first time the ships cut through the clouds with the um, admiral's fleet. You see once again an eager individual waving at you from one of the ships. Breathe with you do.
Hi.
That one
Um,
particular ship comes across yours to dock. What you got, Breathe with?
Brilith, upon noticing the skeleton crew, would lean over to Liasana, because I'm assuming she's standing pretty, they're close.
Mm-hmm.
We'll lean over. Their crews are very small. They don't have a lot of people on board. It looks like.
Sinister's like this. Oh my god! I can't. What is going on?
I think they call it like a skeleton crew. Oh, that's not skeletons. It's just, it seems like that there's just not a lot of people on board.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I wonder what's going on.
I don't know. Maybe they all
See
fell
over these
overboard.
mirrored glasses. What is?
Oh, I hope not.
The ship pulls up next to you, and a couple of little grapples come over and tie off to your the whale, your the safeguard, the railing there, and a little pyramid type plank placed up and over and down onto yours, and Luanda Drake, the one waving, comes across. Oh, it's nice to see you're all alive and well, and took our call. This is our big chance. I'm excited. We're let's do this together. I'm here to help set you up for success. And don't mess it up for me. That's all.
How does Wanda look? Does she look the same as the
Luanda?
we last saw her?
Yeah, she early 30s.
I mean, does she look like any more disheveled or
Mm-mm.
more beaten up or anything?
Same appearance,
Okay.
same energy. Last time you met,
Okay.
of course, she was trying to get
Yeah.
serve aboard the Fleet Admiral's ship. And
Yeah.
this was her task. Work with all of you. If she does well, she can get on the ship. So this
Okay.
seems to be what she's referring to. Like, this is her
Okay.
chance.
Okay.
So she's seems to, female in appearance, half elf. She's a cropped, curled, brown hair and bright blue eyes. And very soft golden skin. She seems about 5'5". Squinting in the sunlight. And yeah. Right. So there's more of you. That's a lot more of you than last time.
Oh, yes. Just more crew.
Lovely. Well, this mission's just for you. She points around to the main, Zia, Brelis, and Astaire and Lisan. Oh,
Yeah.
where's Lukash is not with you right now. Is he
Hi.
alright?
Yeah,
He's fine.
yeah,
He's gone to help his family.
It's a
He'll be
family
back
thing.
but
later.
but not the UAF family. that he has.
What
Good. Good.
are you
Yeah,
talking?
yeah.
Oh, what?
All right. Well, that's a relief to hear. Good. um,
Did you mention that?
well, I'll keep this relatively quick because we don't want to be seen together. Areas
Oh.
secured for the time being, as far as we know. Um, again, to reiterate, um, as part of our network, this is your opportunity to give back. I'm going to we're asking that you well asking uh we just need to deal with the UAF. They've managed to find a way to know where we are and when we're going to be there. They've confiscated countless ships from our fleet, imprisoned and otherwise executed uh, a lot of our members. Um, Probably a good almost I'd say 15% of our ships fleet wide and members. It's terrible, and obviously they can't do that. They can't do it without some means of knowing inside knowledge or some means of knowing how and where we're going to be.
Why would they pick on you like that?
Oh,
That's horrible.
well, you know what they stand for, and they're money grubbing politicians and the like. They
Oh.
just use everyone for their, you know, whatever way it suits them. Sorry.
You usurp the taxes
Oh.
of a government, they'd see it as treasonous, and therefore they feel like an overcorrection in the way to make examples is executions.
Exactly.
Lots of executions.
Uh,
We call
just-
it Tuesday where I'm from.
You want to the staircase. It's they gotta have villains, right? And sure, we don't always abide by the law, but we try and be relatively upstanding when we can. Most of us.
Sure, I
of
believe
us.
that.
But what are you gonna do? That's the world we live in. We will be getting you aboard a ship. We'll be a rendezvous point for a UAF ship to pick you up. And this base of theirs is just off, just a short distance away from Atmos Isles. There's an inside person that has set you up with as new recruits to the UAF cadets, and here, they've supplied us with. She starts passing out little pads, identification
Oh.
pads, with identities. It's a 1 week
Nice.
training class. It's obligatory for all UAF cadets. So there's quite a few that go through their numbers, and that's why we're looking to use this. They don't typically train at this training camp, but oops, someone attacked their regular training camp, so they've been forced to do it here at their
Aw.
main one.
Oh, poor
Oops.
things.
Yeah.
Oops,
So
it happens.
right. Now we've got another gift for you she waves back over the boat, and you hear sort of the lumbering steps of a and you might be a little surprised to see a very gentlemanly figure walking over despite the gait and muscle. Chris, what does Grundy look like as he walks over the gangplank to their ship?
In a word, think of a scholarly orc.
Mm-hmm.
Got that tiny circle glasses just right on the bridge of his nose. He's got a little book on the side that apparently had been reading a lot of times because the pages are worn. He's got sort of presentable, but you could tell almost threadbare armor on. But, it seems like the only thing that's really in great shape is the cloak he has.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Nice.
Walks over to plonk down onto the deck of your ship. How tall does Grundy stand?
7'8".
Okay, he's a member of
Ooh.
Team Tall on our crew. With the
Yeah, Team Tall.
Long boy is long.
Nice. How tall is Breelith again?
7.
7. Grundy 7'8", and Zia. Oh, you might be
Oh,
muted.
you're
I'm sorry.
muted, Sia.
I should remember. I'm desperately looking it up.
Oh,
but
I'm so
I wanna say
sorry.
it's-
Oh no.
it's definitely less than. Wait, I have it. of the things in the way on duty. 6'8".
6'8". Okay, nice. So team tall.
So I'm
Uh,
the short one of the
Gren-
top.
nice. So you see, Grundy, you kind of taken the crew, right? You see Zia with a stark, bright blonde. Is it blonde or white? Your hair. I'm sorry, Zia.
So it's like it's gray that's been like some of it's turning white.
Okay, nice, nice. And sort of nearby, you see Brilith, the Furbolg, and this elven person with the heavy braid in her hair, standing next to the Furbolg, and you see this rockin'. Um, oh my gosh, when I
Like
drown.
guy liner. He's got occasionally he wears a top hat, looks like Slash. Since it's hot, some extra buttons of his shirt, like maybe might be undone.
Nice. Oops.
Tight leather pants.
No, I felt so uncomfortable to
Big.
me.
Big rock star hair.
Nice.
Drow. Very slender. Probably about as tall as Liaison. I think we're the same height, aren't we?
Yeah. They're a member of team.
I'm 5'10".
Yeah, we
Okay.
are. I think you might be a little bit more muscular than I am, because he's kind of like a noodly boy.
Yeah.
Think Klaus from the Umbrella Academy,
Nice.
but if he was a drow.
Amazing. And then you see sort of a scholarly human in appearance, her hair up in a bun. And then kind of behind him, this motley crew. There's two other like creatures, just guardians, just a touch taller than you are. Eden, I think, is around Zia's height. And then there's you wouldn't see Charles or Charlie, the ghosts. There's a why can't I think of the name? The cat race.
It's Boots.
Boots.
Yeah,
Boots.
Boots.
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah, there's a Tabaxi with
Oh.
super fancy get up. There's a fiery looking. Oh my gosh, I think Ash is a tiefling.
Yeah,
Tiefling.
Ash is a red tiefling with gold
Mhm.
eyes.
And then like the turtle, and there's just there's other people running around. There's I think an air genasi is Wisp,
Wisp.
and
Wisp is
and then a
Genasi.
Goliath, like there's lumbering about,
Big.
giving a careful eye, just like doing rope work, but like cinching it really tight every time, like watching like a threat almost as he works. So you kind of take in that experience, Grundy, as you board. And Luanda, continues. Hey, this is Grundy, and here's yours. And she passes you, Grundy, one of those identifications pads. Grundy is also going to be on this mission. He also owes us. And his mission's going to be a little bit different than yours, but I'm sure your time will overlap then. Please take a look at your identifications. You can make up whatever you want outside of this. Just make sure that it's something you will remember. I don't think anyone's going to cross-examine you there, but you don't want to trip up on a fanciful tale of your past. And as you all open up your
I immediately look at Zia and Brila.
Oh, Brilla's not even just, she's just looking at it, just like eyes wide, big smile on her face.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna put in our Discord the names. All right, there's Zia's. Zia, you flip through yours. You're like, great. Your name is Renselli Kihani
Oh no.
Aluro Jomila. And you all have the rank of cadet.
Can I get a shorter name?
I'm sorry, that's
Can I get
just
a
what they
shorter
had.
name?
Listen, I don't think they'll ask for all the things. Just remember
Okay.
Renselli, or you can just go by Gren. But just make sure you
We'll
respond
just
to
go
Renselli.
by G.
Great.
We'll just do G.
That sounds fine.
Thanks.
Of course. Sinister. Yours is here. You open yours, Sinister, and flip through. Your name is Zane Keenseeker.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah. Boom. I'm Zane Keenseeker.
You also have the rank of cadet. Liazane, flip through yours. Your name is Elizabeth
Ooh.
Chaucer. A very human
Sounded
name,
regal.
but yeah. Awesome. I'm gonna put Ashavar's in here. Ashavar, I mean, just for chat. Ashavar's name, in case you're watching it later too, Sarah, is Anastas Mournhell, which was a fun one. Relith, you flip through yours. Oops, wrong way. These names were so fun. These are entirely randomly generated. I did not.
I love it.
I just went through until I found one. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Relith, you look through yours. Yours is Margaret Commonbrook.
Ooh. I love it. It's so common.
It really is. Now, you're all cadets so far. And I'm gonna touch on that in a minute. Grundy, your name is, you flip through yours, Gavin Darkdraft.
Ooh.
And I'll actually do this through, excuse me, Luanda. So you'll notice that you five, because Ashavar's here, you five are all cadets. It's a training for cadets. It's very easy to pass that. No one's going to say, "Oh, weren't you in this battle?" Or which is why you're all cadets. But for any of you that haven't known anyone that serves or haven't served in any sort of military, you have to understand you're at the very bottom of the ladder, and in training, they break you down further so they can build you up nice and neat the way that they want you to be. It can feel very difficult. Part of the challenge of this, I think, is going to be putting aside your own impulses and finding a way to manage through when they're going to try hard, likely to break your spirits a bit. It's part of the training.
Aw.
This is a rather intense training because they really put your mind to the test as well as your body as you learn these things. Grundy, you'll note that you have the rank of corporal. For your mission's a bit different, and we ask our contact to give you that rank. It's just above a private, basically above the different private ranks. It's enough to get some access to the places you'll need to go, but not so high as to draw attention and questions. But remember, most officers there outrank you by far, so just try not to get too haughty with that little bit of power over the privates. Oh, she wipes her brow as like the sweat's just building up now. Right. Oh. This is it. You get this done. We're gonna leave you on a small island where you're set to be picked up, brought over. You gotta make it through the week. We'll make sure that when you're departing, you're dropped off at the same island where we can scoop you up. We don't really have anything for you while you're there. So do your best. Get through the mission. Find out if we have a leak in our organization. If there's a mole, you're going to have to get into some places that you're not going to have access to. Ask questions, but as subtly as you can. Whatever you need to do to figure out how they're getting this information. It's there at this base camp for sure. You've got the week. Once if you get the information, play it cool for the rest of the week until you're out. Oh my gosh.
We'll do what we can.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. If you have any updates, well, you're gonna have to hide your sending stone if you want to use it while you're on the island. Otherwise, don't. Anything that you bring that they find you shouldn't have, they're just gonna take it. So
No, what? Okay. Can I bring lip gloss?
that sounds fine. They'll likely take that away from you though. So if it's one you like, I wouldn't.
Aw, but Sinister really likes your
I understand.
I do.
I do.
Okay. So our armor our weapons.
Note of it.
Oh,
Note of it. They'll
That
take it,
makes sense.
right? They'll take it. They'll likely take whatever clothes you arrive in. They're going to give you a standard issue set of garments to wear for the different duties that take place across the week. You get all your those things that you do bring back. But if you show up with magic items or anything that's expensive and such, I just wouldn't risk it.
all right. And he's gonna be okay. Can I bring my unseen servant with me, because I don't do well with touching things on my own.
She kind of looks at everyone else like,
I'm used to a certain level of comfort.
if you trust your other companions to do this mission without you, then that's fine. But if you're
Oh,
going, you're
no.
gonna have
No,
to.
I'll go.
I believe in you.
Ye-
Listen, this mission's very important to me, us, and we need to make sure it's a success for all the right reasons.
You're
You
very
just-
encouraging.
You just see him be quiet, but he's rubbing his elbow free very vigorously, like, oh, okay.
The Admiral
Mhm.
himself decided to put you all up to the task. The Admiral felt that you were the right crew for this. And that's saying something, because he doesn't usually handpick anyone. He just listens to his advisors and makes a judgment. Specifically asked for you, so there's a lot riding on it for everyone. All of us pirates across the way, lives, livelihoods, and then you see your trail off thinking about like working on Admiral's ship, like in a fantasy thought, like, oh, like in other things. It's very important. Very important.
Now you see him just going kind of like, I'm saying King's.
Nice. Well, we have to disembark before we get any unwanted attention. One of my crew said they think they spotted a ship, so we're going to leave now before any ship. If they did, we don't want it to get close enough to know who we are and what we're doing here. Here's the coordinates, and she'll hand them over to Liazana. You've got any time in the next 12 hours to get there, send your ship away after that. You don't want your ship anywhere in sight when they come to pick you up. And then buckle up.
I sincerely hope
First.
no more of your crew get killed.
I lost some friends, so that means a lot. Brenda, thank you. All right. Whistles around and climbs back over to their ship, pulls up the gangplank and removes all the stuff, and they beat. They bolt out of there. You got about 12 hours, which is going to put you just before midnight to be at that location and have your ship far away, so it's not seen.
Pirates have a rough life. We went through a lot of heartaches to get here, it seems. Poor things.
I think we need to get back in touch with Titania and see if we can watch over our ship.
You have
Like, so I can
Grundy.
have like a
I'm just going to
I-
remind you that Grundy's there too.
right.
So it'd be a
I've just-
mind leak or
I've just
So-
been quietly like writing down stuff while this entire exchange was going on.
I'll put on.
and also the rest of the crew are gonna be staying here except for us 5. So they'll take care of the ship.
I think it would be a good idea, since it's us 5, to maybe, if all possible, have a buddy, like try to maybe.
Well, they might separate us as
No,
soon as we
we
get
will
there.
be separate, but just make sure that you can keep, like a buddy system. Like, I'll make sure that I keep tabs on you, Zia. Wow.
Okay, and then I'll keep tabs on Brila. No, wait, no, never mind. I'll keep tabs on Liazana.
Keep tabs on Grundy.
Nice. Right.
I can't do that. Grundy's gonna be a corporal.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a different mission. I will say, it is
That's
a
a
new
power
member.
imbalance.
Okay.
And he is sort of, this new unknown person is kind of standing around you all as you begin talking about. So just to put in perspective, in case you're
Yes.
talking about Titania or
Just-
anything like that, he's just.
Just make sure that we keep an eye on each other. That.
I mean, one of
we
us is going to be an
always-
oddball out if you even try the buddy system.
Yeah,
Just
we
saying.
can't really do a mind week in case.
Grundy,
you
you're
know,
just watching
they're-
on like a tennis
So-
thing back.
So Grundy, right?
Yes.
So what's your thing?
Sort of just raise an eyebrow.
Like
Thing.
so like what do you do? What's your style? What should we expect? Like where are you coming from? What are you doing? What's going on? How are you doing? How's your day going? Like,
Do you owe them money or something? Why are you on the hook?
That's personal. But
Okay,
I
you
will
guys.
say I do owe them something.
I knew it.
You don't have to hound Grundy. That's between him and the pirates. That
I
we
don't
do
wanna know
have 12
what,
hours
but
to
I-
get to these coordinates.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And I want to make sure that once we get there, that our group can hopefully bamf out in enough time to maybe meet up with Titania. Grundy, Titania is a contact of ours that left before the pirates came. So
I would
They're-
assume so, and I'm assuming that's probably who they saw in the distance.
Oh no, they saw her. Okay. Hi, Grundy. I'm Sinister. Boom.
Hello, little one.
What?
And I just sort of look down, like, hello there.
nice to meet you, Grundy. I'm Liazana. I
Nice to meet you.
kind of accidentally became the captain of the ship.
How does one
Um,
become a captain accidentally?
We came into a port and they pointed at me. Pretty much.
Okay, we voted for you. I think we voted for you.
I think you voted for me after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we
Mhm.
voted because we voted for Cassius as the first officer, but Cassius is no longer here.
Right.
Might have started with one of my lies.
We voted right.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, Bria. She's gonna kind of blush a little bit.
And go,
Oh,
interesting, and then I keep writing.
I'm Brila. Hi. Do
Hello.
you want any snacks or any water or tea or anything? Are you hungry? Thirsty?
Tea would be nice.
Okay. And Brila will scurry off to get some tea for Grundy.
It was nice to meet you all. Your friend, I can't remember her name, seems to think very highly of you, so I think I'll be in good hands if I ever need anything, but I'm not sure how close we are gonna be with our respective missions.
Grundy, make a quick perception check if you would, please. The rest of you will see this regardless because you're facing Grundy.
Oh, that is horrible.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
Okay. See, you don't notice
I don't
Grundy.
see
You're
sh-
talking, but everyone else sees Guardian like just a little bit, taller, but like right behind his shoulder, like
Oh. Oh God.
like she's ready for some fight, just in case she's But for now, that's her version of keeping her cool. She's like a foot and a half behind you, Grundy. Just.
Guardian,
Like
use
breathing
your
down your neck.
manners. You should ask someone, especially if they're new, if they would like to fight you.
You turn around, Grundy, and see Guardian, who's stands, maybe just like 3 inches taller than you, but a definitely like a warrior's build, very athletic. She has platinum blonde hair. Oh, yeah, because she doesn't have her mask on, so that's probably a good thing. And you, she just has this big grin and like, do you? Looks back at Sinister.
Use your
Wish
please and thank
to-
yous.
To have a contest of strength, if you do. If you ever do, just wring your hands. Just let
Ooh.
you look
Wouldn't
like me.
be a fair fight. I think you have the advantage over me.
No, no, no. These other ones are strong too. Everyone has. And she's just extra excited, pat you strongly on the back, which you just kind of it doesn't move you much because you're strong and pretty big yourself. She goes and like kind of looks around and starts walking about the deck of the ship, doing her own stuff.
My
How
guardian,
does-
guardian's just playful.
How does one that big move so quietly?
Oh, wait, is Guardian within seeing distance?
I mean, yes, but
Or
you
is
can wait a
Guardian
couple
moved away?
seconds if you want. She'll
Who's
be out
gonna-
of earshot in a few seconds. So
Guardian, can you come here really fast? Like really fast. Just like using your
she looks like
Music.
excitedly, like maybe there's battle. Takes half a step, and her form just wisps away like shadow and smoke, and then poof, reappears like right next to you, Zia. So in front of you, Grundy, by a few feet.
and then
And the cloud.
go for like
Yes.
kind of like arm kind of going, and then to just like arm wrestle for a little bit.
Yeah. Like a 90s action movie.
So that's how.
Nice.
That's how.
Fascinating. Right.
I
Oh
Brilith
yeah,
will
I
come
mean we
back.
don't understand how it works, so like I don't even know what you would write down for that. So
Brilith will come back with a tray with like a hot pot of water and like 5 different containers of like loose leaf tea. I didn't know which one, if you wanted the caffeinated or the non-caffeinated, if you wanted, if you were more of a floral tea person or a fruity tea person. So I brought all kinds of different ones.
Where's the
lean
fancy
in.
sugar dish?
I lean
it's
in,
there,
I sniff,
everything.
and just kind of stroke the beard. Surprise me.
She'll kind of turn around and set it down and start like making something, and we'll present you with one that is caffeinated, fruity, and sweet.
Are we
There you go.
still on the deck of the ship? Like we haven't left this spot.
Yeah, she'll just put the tray off to the side.
Kip comes to.
So-
Oh, go ahead, Lisanna.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So, who has contact with Titania?
And then Sinister. How far away are they? Because I do have message. I think it's up to 120 feet.
Oh yeah, they're way outside that range. But I think you're the one with the sending stone, or was it Lisa? You? I think it's you.
I think it's. I have.
Okay.
I think the only
Yeah.
sending stone I had was for that other lady.
Yeah, Tyriana.
Alienor.
Yeah.
Tyriana. Okay, I do. Do you want to use it, Captain?
I just want to make sure that they're still like okay. Since you
Okay.
mentioned like they might have spotted their ship, but also I don't know how I want to do this because like I want to make sure that like we have enough people watching over our ship and our crew, people we can trust.
Well, usually you set up rings of redundancy with code words in case of capture.
But we don't have those, I don't think.
Pineapple?
Well, I already told Titania if we're in trouble that I would say ice cream. So on this ship,
Oh,
we would tell them a different code word that's not the same.
The peaches aren't ripe.
Just one word in case you have to say it in a hurry.
Kip approaches you, Captain, as conversation continues. Captain, so coordinates? Do you want me to get us heading over there? I don't know how far away it is, and I'm getting a little. Just like to know if that's all right.
Yeah, and she'll hand him the coordinates and say,
Oh.
yeah, go ahead and start heading that way.
About 3 hours, Captain.
Yeah, maybe we should get there.
She'll
Okay,
hand
ahead
it
of
back to you.
time.
No, I think we should get there ahead of time and disembark and camp or find lodging ahead of time so they cannot connect the ship with us.
Well, I don't know about lodging. It's
Do you
It
read
sounded
that
like just a
passage?
rundown little tiny island that you're getting picked up at.
yeah,
We can set up camp, right?
maybe, or maybe like just enough rations for us to eat for the night.
Yeah. I mean, that
Or
way
maybe
they
we
can't
can just
connect
eat it on the
us.
way.
I mean, because if we can disembark and then Titania ship can be on one side of the island and our ship would be on another side and maybe flying a fight pattern counterclockwise, that way they can always be within distance.
It sounds like a pretty tiny island, though. We definitely want them to be like super far off before they
But
pick us
close
up.
enough in case something happens, they can get there.
I
Because
don't
what's the
think
point
anything's
of
gonna
saying?
happen, though.
I think that's roughly
Then-
what Titania proposed. She'll follow you to wherever you're going, but keep a distance so that you can keep an eye on your ship, but not be noticeable by anyone near your ship.
So, tell you what, why don't I give Titania the coordinates that we're heading to, and since we have plenty of time to get there, they can meet us there. And we can discuss when we get there, because it sounds like we've got plenty of time.
That's good.
Yeah, this sounds fine.
I mean, we're only 3 hours out, which leaves about 6 to 7 hours before we're going to be picked up. And it's going to be
Well-
midnight, so
It would also put us in a place where, we're already in advance of the rendezvous. So they can't connect us to any of the ships that are in the vicinity. But that's up to you, Captain.
You get a mental message, Liazana, from Kip. Calvin, we can make that run in about just a little over an hour if we go, fast like we can. But with a new member aboard, I didn't want to do anything that would give away anything about the ship. About your permission.
she's going to mental message back to Kit. That's actually a good idea since we don't know who this is. So let's play it safe and maybe just take it easy, but also make sure we get there in plenty of time.
Understood, Cotton. Head note. You all feel
Thank
that gravitational.
Breelith is just smiling, watching Grundy drink his tea. Drink their tea.
It's the mental image. Really big hand, tiny teacup.
Mhm.
So just like
Oh, yeah.
trying
Trying
not
to
to
play
let the
tea.
glasses fall off.
Nice. It's pretty tasty tea. Breelith's pretty good at brewing tea, especially for out here and shit. So it sounds like you'll have a rough idea set up. Just to advance this part, I'll say you talk to Titania, you get your whole plan in place so that Titania agrees. I'll watch the ship for you. I'll be safe. Once your ship disembarks, wherever your ship goes, you tell your crew to go, however far away from the island or whatever pattern you choose. She'll stay out of sight, but keeping an eye on it until, it's time to pick you all up.
Right.
Which just kind of leaves you all there. Is there anything you want to do between now having all that figured out with Titania and the 6 of you on this island, which really is, I mean, you can almost see one end of the island from standing on the other. It's probably 800 feet or something like that wide. It's like a bus stop of an island. There's hardly any trees. It's more of like an open meadow with some rocks, and you can tell there's a little tiny dock on it for ships to dock. The dock being almost as big as the island.
There's no one else here, though.
No one else here.
Okay.
I have a question, Captain.
Sure.
Where can I store this? Because we're not going to be able to wear our clothing over there.
Right. Yeah, I want to. You know what? We've got plenty of open rooms that aren't being used. You can pick one. if you would like, and we'll give you keys so you can lock it. Does that work?
That works.
And she'll Liaison is going to lead Grundy like down to show them like where the open rooms are.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course.
Right. So, just to double check, sounds like everyone is safely storing their magical items and weapons and everything here on the ship.
Sinister is fretting over, all right, spell components. Okay, what are things I can hide? All right, this one. All right. He's just like, okay, I can't take this or this. And he's just fretting, and then he just he takes all his spell components, which isn't to be fair, he doesn't really have a whole bunch that he needs.
Right.
He's like, okay, I can hide these things.
I'm gonna keep the small knife on me simply because it might be a little suspicious not to have absolutely anything on me when we get picked up.
All right. Keep a small knife on you. This is the
yeah,
time to
Brillis-
state to your DM
Go
if
ahead.
you're trying to bring anything. Now, of course, DM heads up would say maybe don't bring anything, but if you wish to, like in that case, like so it looks normal, let me know now. Or you won't
Brillis is
have.
going to ask the probably go to Liazana. Do you think they'll allow us to bring food, or do you think that they're going to give us food?
I
A tea?
don't think they're gonna let us bring anything. I would assume that they're gonna feed us because we're not gonna be the only that's there.
Are we showing up naked, or should I wear clothes?
I don't think we should show up naked. That might arouse suspicion.
Okay, all right.
Maybe arouse something else. Anyways, so I'm going to change into some clothes that I wouldn't mind losing. I would suggest you do the same.
Okay.
If you want. And maybe we like eat something really good. Maybe Vic can make something.
Okay. I'll
Before,
go and change into my night shift then. And then I will join you to get some food. In the galley?
That works.
Okay.
And she's going to well at first Liaison's gonna message everyone like, hey, maybe we should go like grab something good to eat before we disembark and before they leave the ship. Would that be okay with everybody? And
You're gonna have to physically tell me this.
Right, yeah. Like once she mental messages, she's gonna go seek you out in your room and let you know as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so Brila's not going to try to take anything but like a night shift.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for
The
it.
gloves of the Justicar, do they go invisible or are they clearly like flashy?
They're fairly flashy, and they'll definitely ping with magic. Even if you just have a sense of arcana, they're so powerful that you can probably ping that.
Does Sinister get the sense that if he takes these off, that Shara would get upset?
I don't think so, but you can always, send a prayer to Shar. Like,
yeah, I'm going to do that because I remember the warning, and I don't want to piss her off.
Okay. You're able to send Shar a message, and you do get a sense of like, okay.
So you just see him like kind of fearfully like taking one finger off. But as far as his magical components are, he figures that he could probably get them along the way, that he doesn't need to bring the components back, that he can. A lot of his stuff is like feathers or loops of leather or
nice. Okay.
weird stuff like that.
All right.
That was my only question.
Okay. Is Zia bringing anything or just a change of clothes and heading out?
She definitely thought about bringing like the thieves' tools, and then was like, "Yeah, this is probably a bad idea." And then putting that in a drawer, having to take off the cloak of many fashions, which she's worn probably for years at this
Oh
point.
my gosh, yeah.
I'm trying to find something else that will just like even remotely function.
Okay. Oh. Um. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's so sad. Okay.
Well, it's just convenient because you don't have to like wash it as often because you can just change it so that everything falls off. But
Nice. Yeah. All right.
it is probably about time.
Oh. Oh, you find something that's gonna work for at least arriving. They're gonna give everyone stuff there. It sounds like. All right. Y'all have a hearty meal. Vic makes a delicious meal. Wishing you all the best. Of course, making just a single serving of your favorite dessert. So yeah, I can see just his way of being like, I know you can take care of yourself, but like, I'm gonna be thinking of you, wishing you the best. Like, be safe, come back.
Thank you so much, Vic. You're so kind.
This isn't for you, Brayla. It's just, sorry, sorry. Ray, the dinner. Of course. Of course. Yeah. I'm glad to serve everyone. Everyone come home well and be safe.
Looks like I'm not the only one that casts shade.
Nice. He blushes a little. He caught him off guard a little in a precious moment. And you don't usually see him blush, but he goes off to the kitchen with a little blush on his face, on his cheeks.
Zia's just bright red as well. It's just like
Well, I say it's gonna be at least a week or so before I could play anything on anything, so I'm gonna leave all my instruments. Would you guys be upset if I play some songs right now?
Please do.
Okay.
We've got time.
And he just starts playing some music
Nice.
with his lute. And
Aw.
occasionally, every now and then, he'll
Excuse me.
pick up his flute and then he'll go back to the lute and stuff.
Nice.
Like he feels like it's gonna be a minute.
Hi. Oh, it's beautiful.
If you'll allow Liazana, she's going to quickly run down to her room and come back with her, I believe it's flute.
Oh,
Is that what she
Oh.
has? I don't remember. She
Oh,
carries it. Hold on.
right.
Wait, it's not there. What the hell? I know she.
Stolen.
I know she has. I think she has a flute.
I think so.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
grab
I've
it,
got it. Yeah, it's a flute. And she's gonna try to play with you.
oh,
Aw,
he
sweet.
would love that. That would be like
Aw.
that would actually, you might see a crack in the veneer where he's like, oh, yes, of course,
Aw.
thank you.
I'll have just because she's not here to tack it on, just that Ashavar would probably be inspired by Liazana to go get her viol or whatever she plays and try and join
He plays the
two of you.
viol too. It's weird that two members on the ship happen to have stuff
Yeah.
that I
That
had
huge honkin'
already.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You've
I had these
inspired, so
because I get to pick 3 instruments as a bard, and I had picked those, and they have them.
that's amazing. And I'm sorry, someone was it Breelith? Were you doing
It
something?
was me.
Okay. What you got?
So Brilith would check in on Carmine. Is Carmine sleeping and resting?
Let's see. It's later in the evening. Yeah, yeah. Carmine's
Okay.
relaxing.
She would go over and just kind of like lean down and just be like, I know that you're sleeping, but if you can hear me, if you wonder where I'm at, I might be gone for a few days, but you'll be fine. You can take care of yourself. If you need anything, just go to the galley and Vic can give you some food. Okay. Bye.
I know no response, but I will add that Eden offered to continue care for.
Yeah,
the
I was going
patches
to say
and-
that Brilith would have went to Eden and asked if she could check in on Carmine. She would make sure that Vic would have like, to make sure that there's like at least some meat around.
That's awesome.
Um
Okay. Yeah, Eden would. Boss, I wouldn't even if you didn't. I would even if you didn't ask.
okay. Thank you.
Carries on better. But Vic's happy to get you some raw meat to say. I'll make sure to stay fully fed.
You don't have any gemstones, do you?
Well, dan wil het op het bed gaan.
Okay,
Gaan.
all right. Sounds good. And she'll just go and just wait for the group out on the deck.
Okay. Great. Evening rolls on. You're all able to disembark on the ship and have some small talk as you wait the last few hours. It stretches on in the summer evening heat. You know, just doesn't want to let up, even though it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and it's just.
Yeah.
However, the view as the ship takes off and everything's put in place. You're just waiting for the next ship to arrive. There are no lights on this island or anything else. So in the darkness of night, the rolling, thunderous almost clouds of miasma below in the Omega Sea tumble off into the distance, and the horizon up above sprawls all of the yellows and blues and purples of a whole nebula that stretches across the sky. Stars shining beautifully and brightly. And it's in that moment that Relith, you realize you really should have peed before the ship left.
Sure.
And with that, we'll take our bio break.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yep.
Without fail.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome. For anyone who doesn't know, we take after an excellent segue, just kidding.
Yes.
We take a about a 10-minute bio break. So I'll go get that fired up, and we'll catch you all in about 10 minutes. Our audio will be hot because we are, and we love chatting with you all. So ask your questions, and we'll respond if we're here, and we'll catch you all real soon, about 10 minutes. All right. Yeah, give me a sec, Lo.
Oh, that's right.
Still haven't figured out an accent.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. You got 2 sessions to figure it out. Just kidding. Usually by then. All right, let's see. I don't think this is
Soft and nerdy.
Oh no.
Oh god, a Boston accent would be like.
Nice. Where do we park?
Yeah.
Where do I
I would say Long Island is chronically underrepresented among our accent pool.
Nice.
I mean, I could try and get back my old Jersey accent. Unfortunately, living in North
It's
Carolina.
not what I said. It's not what I said. I did not say Jersey accent. So the Long Island accent. It's different.
Sorry, Long Island what? Long Island what?
Did you used to live so you used to live in Jersey?
Yep.
Okay. I live in New York, so.
Yeah, the accent's almost been obliterated by living here in North Carolina. So it's like a mixture of like Jersey and y'all.
Yeah. I definitely.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all
I feel like
doing?
when you go to a bunch of places, you pick up different things. Like very briefly, when I lived in Pittsburgh, I would say yens as a joke.
Oh God.
Like as a meme, and then eventually it just
Stuck.
You stopped being unironic and became actual. And I forced myself to just change it to y'all. It took a very long time, but that was the only change I could make. So I've appropriated it.
Oh God. And before we came back to the States, I lived in Holland, and I used to work. I worked in I went to the international school, worked at the British school, worked at the UN, worked at like a whole different. So my accent there was all over the place. I had a mixture of Dutch, British, a little bit of Irish, and then like my own like American accents. Like, okay, I'm confused. Where are you from again? Everywhere.
The world.
Everywhere. The world. Although my friend did point out that don't say you're a citizen of the world because that just means you're homeless. I'm like,
it is also kind of been appropriated by some weird far-right groups.
Yeah.
Which is odd. I mean, like specifically soft sets.
Especially considering that most of them haven't even seen the world.
It is kind of interesting that they simultaneously are like, I'm a citizen of the world, but also immigration should be illegal.
The whole, yeah.
Anywho,
I will take
sorry
my
to get
Bible.
political. I know that one of the rules is that we're not supposed to get political, but might be.
We're not on stream, so we're good.
Oh no, we are.
Are we?
Yeah,
hear us?
yes. So the mics are live during
Oh.
our. Yeah.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, everything that I
There you
just
go.
said there was all gone. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I thought you knew that.
I did not know
It's
that.
totally my fault.
I usually have a Be Right Back music playing when I'm not on camera.
Much
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I will be right back. However,
Yeah, same.
Bye, y'all. Right when I get back. Let's see. Let's see. I think. I'm seeing what chat had to say. Oh, they haven't said much of anything.
Chat, what's up? How you feeling about
What's
our
up,
new
chat?
crew? About Sincere killing it in the spycraft? Like, how you feeling about the art that's presented?
How long before Sinister does stuff? Busy eating popcorn to talk. Okay, well. Fun fact, I don't like popcorn.
Oh, I forgot to tell Chris about the videos. Oh, no.
Oh, the videos? What
yeah,
about?
the shutting the camera off versus covering.
Oh,
Oopsies.
oops.
I'll tell him this bang.
He'll figure it out.
Oh, it's all off, I'm sorry. But Lily says
Oh,
hi.
no.
Anyone that's around.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mmm. Real.
See, I think I'm actually optimistic.
Oh, please do. Yeah. What's that, Christy? Sorry.
I'm optimistic that this is going to go off the rails.
Oh, I hope not. Well, we'll see. There's a lot of stuff going on.
I was also looking at my inventory. For some reason, I have an extra set of leather armor just tooling around. I think we picked that up somewhere.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I should have sold it. Does he want to take any of his weapons? Oh man, his ring. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Shouldn't wear his ring of nobility. I don't think that would be very good. Should not
Commander
do
Lily
that.
is cooking. If you are trying to bring any weapons, that was the cutoff earlier. But if you let me know before we come back from break, that way it's not a surprise later. Like I have this. So let me know before we get back, and we'll.
I'm trying to see out of the equipment what he can safely try and hide.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna ping magical. He's definitely not taking any of his magical items, like the water decanter things. The sending stones, though.
so when we unequip, we actually unequip completely, right? If we're unequipping, we actually unequip them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chris, I'm so sorry I didn't mention. It looks amazing though. If you don't mind, I don't know if you have a cover or a cap for the camera. Zoom when we shut the camera, like mine, I'm always in the same spot, so that's why you might see me turn mine off. But if anyone else does, it shifts your cameras all around, and then I got to go in, which isn't a problem because I've got the things missed.
Okay.
And it just says if it's
Gotcha.
okay if you've got something to just cover. I entirely forgot to say anything. I'm so sorry.
Well, okay. Well, for the actually, I wonder if I can do that now. How much time we got left?
Like 2 or 3 minutes, I think.
I'm gonna cheat and switch to the OBS virtual camera.
Okay.
Okay, back to.
think I can go. Well, I can't take the bag of beans because that's gonna. That's
Oh,
gonna.
bag of beans. Oh my gosh, forgot about that.
You forgot I'm a loot goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Sinister, the loot goblin.
Just get used one day. It's so fun.
Try and stop me. Uh, let's see what's he's gonna take his backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But what he plans to do is maybe geez. When he gets there, take the sending stones and maybe dig a hole and put a rock on top of it. So in case he has to, he can run to it and call for help, like if he can.
You're
'Cause
welcome
he
to give
doesn't
that a
want them
shot.
to take it away, I guess.
Which sending stones are you taking? All the ones that you have?
I don't think. I think Titania's.
Hmm?
I don't think it wouldn't do them any good to use the pirate one because they're the ones sending us on the mission in the first place. It's not like they're going to be able to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel, you know.
Okay,
More
so
likely.
how's my video coming in?
Be good.
Fine to
Pretty
me.
smooth. Yeah.
Okay, because now instead of me just leaving, I can just do this.
Nice.
Oh. Huh?
Okay, well, my man's in the cement mixer.
Yeah, it's my be right back screen for my stream. It's basically playing Fly Me to the Moon from Evangelion, but the guy's in the cement mixer
Nice.
spinning around.
Nice. All right, let's just Trisha.
So yeah, he'd probably do that just to avoid that. Oh, if he's well, I don't think he's gonna risk hiding weapons either, because well,
Mhm.
with the exception of the crossbow that Zia bought him, all this stuff is kind of familial. And the crossbow is kind of sentimental because he felt a little some kind of way. That's why he gave her the dagger, one of his daggers. So, like,
So just to double check, so I've got a list. You're taking Titania's sending stone, and was there anything else you were?
I was gonna say bury the bag of beans, but I wouldn't do that because things happen.
Okay, so just the sending stone, no weapons, nothing.
The
No
sending
other items.
stone, no weapons, because he doesn't want to stand. I mean, if Titania's sending stone gets lost, then he can always explain that away, and but anything else, he doesn't want a chance of.
Okay. All right. I imagine Fish will be back soon. But we're at that time, so I will move us along. Yeah, it's a relatively peaceful night. It's very quiet. Not really anything living on this island aside from the plant life. So no crickets or anything like that. Just quiet, peace. Finally, some wind picked up and it's nice wind blows across from right to left as you're sitting in the different areas on near the dock, and it's beautiful. Not too long
Breathless
after.
in her night shift. I said breathless in her night shift.
Excuse me, nice.
It's like white
Is this like
gown.
She's nice. Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Like Scrooge? Not Scrooge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pointy hat.
Amazing. Yeah, you can really feel the breeze, Breela. Yeah, it's amazing.
I really
Um,
feel it everywhere.
oh, comforting.
We still on break on.
I'm bringing us back. Hopefully Trisha
Oh.
will get back soon, but it's about that time. So,
Okay.
after this nice cool breeze finally has maybe 10 or 15 minutes. In the distance, blotting out some of the stars, you see something just blotting out the stars. It's the ship. It arrives over the next 20 minutes from that horizon point to the dock. It's a rather small ship. Looks like it can hold maybe only like 20 passengers or so, with a crew of maybe 15. So just a little smaller than the Tempest, your ship. Um, you're not sure if this is a regular procedure or if someone was paid, like how your contact is getting you acquired a buyer on this island, but no one really asks any questions when you get there. They just dock, lower the gangplank, and wait for you to um, get on board, and then they take off towards the destination. No one, there's some. Um, I think after at some point shortly after that, over the next 5 hours, it's a stop every hour or so. Where like when you board, it's just crew, and then there's a stop, and some other cadets are picked up. A more official stop, and then another stop, and more cadets. And then they actually swear in the last stop is actually at Atmos Isles. Are all of you staying like out of sight while at Atmos Isles, like below decks, or any of you like up on? Okay, feel carefully. You stay flush and below
Well,
decks.
he's probably put on his disguise kit, used his disguise kit to tone down his looks and look a little different.
Oh, okay. So
You know,
just to confirm, you've used a disguise kit
no, I mean, but prior to leaving here,
before this. Okay.
yeah, before, he would have,
Okay.
he wouldn't have looked like himself. He would have probably been like a pared down version of Rob Danger.
Nice. Nice.
Were we instructed to stay below decks passing
Nope.
Atmos Isles?
Nope.
No, we just did things at Atmos.
No one
Isles.
said a thing to you on this. Like again, you don't know
Where
if it's
so like we can either be below decks or above decks?
Mhm. No one's giving you
Lilith would
instructions.
probably be above decks.
Okay. As you see Atmos Isles and arriving, you think, oh, familiar place.
Now, is there quarters down below
Yes.
with like portals,
Yes.
portholes?
Mm-hmm.
So Sinister would probably be in below, but looking out the window. He would try to minimize contact with other people as possible.
All right, so you try and find a spot often, but with the
Well,
porthole.
observing the comings and goings of the ship, but he's trying to be not noticeable. Like,
Okay. Good. All right. So you managed to do so. It's there's enough space on the ship currently. There's probably at this point. This seems to be the last stop, the fifth stop. Other cabins are filling up with crewmates that know one another. So there's like 4 to a cabin. There's only like a bed in each one, but they're just for the trip piling up. There's about 24 at Atmos Isles that board. Way more than there's really a room for. But you're able to stay out of sight. Pre-lift. It's early in the morning. I think that would put us around 4:35 in the morning. Excuse me. You're up there on the top deck. So you're looking at Atmos early in the morning.
Mhm.
35. Not too busy. You see dock workers and everything else as you're docked. You do see one of the dock workers sort of pause, like looking in your direction. Do you care to look or just continue about whatever you're just scanning?
Yeah. She would probably be like, why is this person paying
Hmm.
attention?
Yeah, it's a
Me.
furball that's looking back at you like. Make a quick history check to see if you recognize.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
You can do it with advantage because
Do I have? Okay, I was going to say I will.
too many furbolgs are fairly rare, and so they're a little easier for you.
You said history?
Yep.
The 15?
Oh yeah, okay. That's the harbor master. that you paid to have a
no.
deal when you first arrived here. Just sort
Oh,
of quizzically
okay.
looking at you on this. Clearly...
Breelith would quickly duck behind like the railing. I'm sure that there is, and like
Yeah. Okay. You duck down. How long you want to wait down there?
oh, she's just gonna sit down there until they probably like she can feel the ship
Okay.
start to move again.
Some crew that you hear a lot of noise. It's a rowdy crew. They're excited at these cadets to get to this portion of the training, the spycraft portion. And as they're boarding the ship, and they're mostly heading down below deck, but someone will kind of look over like, "You don't get me, you're
Hi.
sick."
I'm just a little sick. It's fine.
And they go below deck, and the ship disembarks, begins disembarking.
As it starts disembarking, she'll like kind of peek over the railing and look out
peek
back
up.
towards the.
No sign of the harbor master, just the regular dock people doing their thing.
That was close, breath. Okay.
So just from behind you, did you see somebody new there?
Oh, Grundy. I'm just she'll kind of like casually lean on the rail. I was just someone that looked familiar from another trip. But just a person on the dock. It's no one of a particular standing that could say anything. And I'm sure that they haven't seen me in my night shift, so I'm sure that they just thought, oh, a purple furbo looks interesting. I'm sure it's fine.
I see. Well,
Enjoying the trip?
not as much as I'd hoped. I had to leave my notebook, and it's a way for me to gather my thoughts. So yeah. You see him like kind of like making writing motions on the wood of the railing. Like it's almost like a tick. Like he has to keep writing.
Oh.
I've actually done that before. It does help. And sometimes it helps you kind of remember it later. So when you do have your writing stuff, you can write it down. It's good.
But I tried sitting down below decks, and it's a little cramped. I don't think they're following regulation here.
No, I don't think so. I don't know much about ship regulation, but it doesn't seem sanitary. No. But yeah, I would much rather be out here where I can, relax and not
casually.
and not be cramped below decks. But a little bit nervous about this whole thing, but it'll be fine. I'm sure everything will just it'll pass by quicker than we think.
Well, you look like a capable crew. I could drop my voice at this because I don't want anybody else to hear that, you're like already an established crew. It's like, you look like you're a capable crew. I'm sure you will manage. And I know we're not supposed to like attract any trouble or anything, but if you guys need help, holler. Somehow I'll get wind of it.
Okay.
Well, might as well get some practice in. Carry on, cadet. And kind of militarily walk past.
Okay.
Love it. All right. So as the sun begins to rise, casting those beautiful shades of purples and across the sky, you continue departing Atmos Isles, and it's only about an hour and a half of flight after that, before you find what appears to be a relatively small island, not like the bus stop one you were just at, but as far as islands go, it's just enough to house this base, basically. You were given a rough... I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Can't wait for this to get better. This is annoying.
Yeah.
the image I shared in Discord earlier is sort of what you get from Luanda, and um, gives you a rough idea of what this space looks like. And sure enough, as it pulls into sight, you see a number of barrack type buildings or different larger constructions, as well as these 4 different types of ships. You see like a caravel and a Drummond ship and a galley ship and some other 4th type of ship you might not recognize. I can't remember what it was. Sort of put up on these heavy like 12 by 12 beams that hold them in place on the ground. They're not flying or anything else. They're just propped up there for whatever reason out in a courtyard along that one edge of the island. Luanda was kind enough to put down information she understood. Let me see if I can just add this image here so our viewers can see as well. I'll just add it here over us for a minute. Okay. And as far as like what building is which building manages what? Where on earth did I even save this? Nowhere. I just
That's the
uploaded
answer.
it. Okay. Sorry, chat. Sorry, viewers. I will get that. I'll have that for next session. Like, there's a building that's labeled as command. Of course, you would have committed this to memory or tried to back in the ship, but there's a command building, an analytics building, a surveillance building, and then a practical education hall A and practical education hall B buildings. There's a few other buildings there. I think 3 others that don't have a label because they don't know. But that is a little further up in chat, and I will just reply to it here in our Discord. Ta-da! In case to make it quick and easy if you want to take. All right. Ooh. As you arrive, the ship begins to dock. You see the cadets go from this eager buzz to like some of them get an expression of almost like consternation, like they know with each leg of training there's a whole new system of like getting whipped into shape and learning a whole new skill set and everything else. Other ones are you can tell still excited but becoming much more formal before they disembark. In fact, many of them have outfits already, military outfits already that they're dressing in. Some don't, though. There are at least half a dozen that are wearing regular clothes the way that you all are. And I don't think anyone else is wearing their nighttime robe, quite like Brelith, but there's people dressed in regular attire. Yeah, and some people are trying to get cat naps in or getting woken up by their fellow crewmates, and they all start lining up on the top deck to like the
There's definitely not in a. He's probably the most peasant like of his outfits, the
nice.
least flashiest, and he probably has his hair tied up in like a top knot, like his stark white hair top knot bun.
Nice.
And he is used to going to some sort of martial type school, or it's like commanded training and things like that. So he's quiet and stoic. He knows what to expect, kind of situation. And he's just he's got a sparse bag of his stuff, and he's just waiting for the place to stop. I'm quite sure he's down below with the rest of the people and all the excitement, and hoping to overhear different talks and maybe commanders' names and things like that.
Most of the ones that are talking are mostly like just maybe it's gonna be like this. I wonder if we get like cool gadgets, like just dumb like spycraft kind of stuff. But they all start filing out of their cabins. And heading up to the after there's a bell on the boat. Ding 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 ding. And everyone kind of snaps to and starts getting the last of their dress on and heading up to the upper deck. Anyone not following the rest of the crew is probably about 38 cadets or individuals on the ship out beside you. Okay, everyone also follows up. You see everyone lining up.
I would file behind them, but just kind of swim through the crowd of people to maybe try and overhear different things.
Okay. All right, you keep a careful ear. Currently, no one's, everyone's kind of fallen quiet and is lining up in an arrangement to disembark, it would seem. One of the pleasant sounds you hear as you get in the upper deck and you find the ship now fastening itself, doing the final maneuvers into the dock and fastening itself off. Um, Sounds of, nature and life here as this summer day. There's crickets and some birds up in the trees, and it gives this, very comforting feeling briefly before you hear this very intentionally determined and intentionally loud and stompy footfalls up the gangplank. And there is a individual. Let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, there's a human gentleman, roughly maybe early 50s, somewhere around there. Still a fairly like muscular build, like clearly putting the effort in, in his early 50s. He has long hair, long, so not, military is a little bit different here. While it's obviously good to have short hair in combat and stuff, this is not necessary, this installation. Long, straight auburn hair and honey colored eyes. His skin is sort of like almost bordering on like a pink color. It's like if you if in speaking as an Irish and Scottish person, if I get too much sun,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. Um, Stands maybe 5'3", relatively, on the short side for humans. Very sharp features in his face, and a taking absolutely no shit expression on his face, and he is like peering into the souls of everyone. He just walks, hands clasped behind his back, walking up and down the ranks, up and down the ranks. He yells, "File it!" Just in case there was, you see a couple cadets shit coming running up from below decks and getting in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Um, Go ahead, I guess, and actually, I guess this would be a roll for him. Okay, and okay. You see, even a lot of you are they're combat veterans and have seen a lot. There's still something about the presence, like he's honed this to a craft that at least gets a little bit of intimidation in there, just a tiny bit. Unless you're susceptible to this, then of course it'd be a grander thing. Stops and asks questions, in the way that, gosh, I can't think of the actual term, but drill sergeants would, and scans up and down, heads back to the front of the boat. My name is Francis Woodleaf. I'm your troop commander. I'm gonna be your mama and your papa for the next week. I'm gonna be your cruel ass principal from school this next week. I'm gonna be your best friend, your worst nightmare. It's all gonna depend on how you do here. What you say, what you do. Sniffs. Now, this training isn't like the training you've had so far. You're not just gonna be climbing trees and commando crawling and firing weapons off. No. Here you're gonna learn how to survive in the thick of it. When you aren't out in the field, but in an urban setting, when you are dealing an enemy with words and charisma instead of a blunt weapon. Get yourself out of a situation before you even have to worry about it, kind of. And if you get stuck in the middle of it, maybe we can get you out alive. Take away what you need to from this here training. Another scan to everyone. Now, here's what you need to know at this here training camp. You got 3 tries. That's it. 3 failures. That's exactly 3 more than life's going to give you. You fail 3 of our tests, you get sent home, back to the barracks from which you came, which of course strikes a little bit of a nervous spot in the 6 of you, because if they're putting you on a ship and sending you back to barracks that you don't actually come from, it's a little bit concerning. You are going to be under surveillance starting about 10 minutes ago till the moment you leave. Constant surveillance. Expect it. Learn how to hold your composure under that. You never know when you're being watched out there in the field. You need to assume you're always being watched and act accordingly. You need to get out of a bad situation. You need to do it knowing you're being watched. It's going to be hard work this next week. But for today we're going to start off the tour of the campus. Get you all fluffed up, bellies real big with a nice hearty breakfast. And we're going to send you over to Altalos, over to analytics. You get to sit in a nice comfy chair behind a desk and run some analytics. Understand exactly what it is we do here, what we look for, how the enemies operate. This information will very likely save your life one day in this field. For now, get yourselves over to food hall. And he talks about where the food hall is, which is basically the I'm so sorry. I'm dying.
Oh.
I'm in the wrong thing. I'm trying to look at the I blame dying. Food hall. That is the mess hall's the building, little tan building at the top above the analytics building.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is the long rectangular building with a bunch of benches and stuff, and then the kitchen down at the end. All right, dismissed. Everyone kind of, does the UAS salute, which, because it's the only salute I can think of in my head right now, is like an Attack on Titans, like, salute, like, yep, thank you. Yeah, I can tell who watched this. Yeah, it reads. Yep, the old Attack on Titan salute. And then you,
And that was one of the voice actors too.
nice. That's amazing. Yeah, yep. So you head over, and sure enough, it's not Vic level food, but you get a good fill. And I'll let you feel this out. Are you all spreading out to now mind you, Grundy, your mission differs a little bit from theirs. You have kind of you see a seat where some of the more senior, like where the officers, are sitting, have sort of congregated. If you wanted to sit over there, you have kind of access to that level of intel and a little more wiggle room here with access to buildings. Not a ton, but some. So I'll just put that out there for you. You have the same sort of end goal, but you have a different schedule for the week than everyone else does because of your officership.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No. Mission
What did I
failed.
do?
Kidding. I don't know. Your camera turned off. I'm not sure why.
I know.
All right, let me give this a quick swaparoo. So, all right, Sinister. This is
Hold on a second. I don't have my camera
fine.
turned on. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. I'm just teasing. It just takes a second.
I was trying to hook up a
And
keyboard.
Oh no.
Nice. All right,
Well, that's not working.
read this.
I'm
Yeah,
just.
Darcy. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good, Steph. Whenever you're ready, we got
Oh.
this set.
All right, let me just get it turned
They'll
back
look
on.
beautiful.
Nice. All right.
Oh
So
no.
I know.
what more issues?
The back.
Oh, what?
It's
It's
okay.
a camera that's like the back of your monitor.
It's not.
It's the back of your monitor.
This is much more entertaining. I'm just gonna watch like Steph haphazardly set things back up. I'm just kidding. So you get a good meal. Are you all? Do you all have any plans? How do you want to go about? I mean, it's the first big choice. You're in a cafeteria full of people. I guess I'll go around and ask by squares. Zia, what would you like to do with this?
Okay, so I'm assuming, are we classic cafeteria with like the long tables?
Yeah.
Or are they like circular? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Great. Zia would probably try to find people who look as average as possible, which is the most average people,
Mm-hmm.
and would go sit by them.
Okay. You
It's
find
like
some
the
very
statistically average people.
nice,
It's
nice.
very boring, very nondescript people.
There is a stretch of table that has really average looking people. You sit down and
Perfect.
you're a head taller, but otherwise blending in with the normal folks.
That was exactly why, like, Zia was like, yeah, I'll blend it. I have to find people who are just like super normal and then not realizing at all that she
Just
doesn't
don't-
fit in at all.
Does this mean we're spies, Zia? Folks, have we done it yet?
I guess so. But like trying to do it quietly, but I'm sure somebody might have
Yeah.
heard.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Oh, Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Go back to me.
Yeah. Nice.
It's like very awkward.
Awesome. Sinister, how about you? Your plan in the cafeteria.
I would try to clock where everybody else in our group is and not sit with them, but just clock where they are in the cafeteria
Okay.
and then find probably the person who seems like they're the hot shot student,
Okay.
like the most gung-ho, like into it, like person that is like trying to get the best marks and pass this with like sharpshooter stat. That guy, like find the overachiever and the hot shot and try to sit with them.
I make a perception check, see if you can pick them out. And currently it might be a little tricky, but let's see what you got.
Okay, 19.
Okay. You feel like you've spotted someone that maybe could be. You're not, haven't had enough time to tell if in fact they are, but they seem to be pretty eager and playing it pretty cool. They got the confidence game on.
Muscular, big, you could tell they have a big ego kind of person.
Yeah. Like they're really trying to put that out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take my tray
Okay.
and sit down with them and be like, "Hi, I'm Zane King Seeker. How are you?" Try to mimic the corporals do.
Nice.
I'm Zane King Seeker. How are you?
Hey, I'm holds a hand out. Nice to meet you. Hey. My name's Jack Arrows. Takes your hand.
No private arrows. I hope we get a lot out of this training. I've been through quite a bit extensive, and this is like my second school, or well, second time at different schools around here, and I'm getting a little
Oh.
tired of training and want to see some action. How about you?
I feel the same. Yeah. Lots of training. I've got this. I mean, it's some of us just we pick it up like a sponge. We just soak it up. And
Yeah. Who'd you study under last? What was the last command you was at?
and he'll ramble on, as much as you ask behind the other things. I can give you some names off stream.
No,
They're
I'm just.
likely inconsequential, but striking up
But this is
conversation.
though. It doesn't really matter. It's just to get camaraderie and kind of gain.
Nice. He'll pick right up on it. Like, talk about himself? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, I'm gonna
gets,
keep. Oh, that's awesome, man! You can do all that.
yeah. Well, we all have our gifts.
Yeah.
I just, have quite a few.
Sometimes you got to separate yourself from,
Uh,
the scrubs. You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
Right. I knew it was the right choice sitting over here. I knew I'd like you. Just carry on that way.
Nice.
That's
So
his new buddy.
gross to even role play that. Such a turn. It's like, yeah. So yeah, he goes on, and you're starting to get into that click. You feel like you've cemented yourself in that click there.
All right.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna switch over to our battle thing here, just so I can finally get this image up of the. But while we're doing that, I'm so sorry. Let me see who's next. Liazana, how do you handle the cafeteria sitch?
What's the sitch? Probably, honestly, she's probably gonna pull Zia and also kind of like not sit with Zia, but like also look for people that maybe like being quiet, not saying a lot, trying to keep to themselves. And she'll, if she can find a seat like near people like that, then she'll go sit over there.
Okay, nice. Underneath. I'm sorry, chat. I'm not trying to cover people's faces up. I promise. Okay, so you do about the same. You find some average-looking folks. Here.
I mean, she's going to pretty much keep to herself and try not to say a whole lot.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you tend to fit in a little bit better given your height, and just sort of like close in on yourself and not really say much to anyone, but just kind of sit and kind of eat with people and listen. Okay. All right. Let's see who. I'm gonna switch back here. Grundy, how about you?
I take stock of where everybody is, and I walk over to the corporal's, the officer's table, and I try to like see which one of them is a little bit friendlier, but friendly enough that they'll leave you alone if you don't talk to them, kind of.
Okay. You get a sense of maybe 5 low-level officers, no one really above either rank. I think they're mostly, well, I guess one step above. There's a couple corporals, and then 3 that are whatever's just above that. I'm so sorry. Um, they seem to be sitting relatively quietly, holding very tempered conversation, not really saying too much, just pleasantries. One of them looks up, sitting down. Pull the chair open for you.
If you don't mind.
I know a bit. Pull yourself
Yeah,
up a seat, rest some.
Set my tray down, pick up my food, and look around.
Mind if ask rank? Don't see your like you're in your common club.
Corporal Gavin Darkdraft.
Oh.
How do you do?
Pleasure. Corporal's well. Bergen McGill. And how the shit. Not that you have to be an officer to sit here. We just sort of found ourselves here. He says it's a half elf. Looks to be maybe 40s. The one that's talking to you, anyway.
Hmm.
What? You looking to specialize your training?
Yes. You ever find yourself in a career where you've just kind of hit a wall and you're stuck and you kind of want to go further than that, but there's not that many opportunities, especially for somebody a little bit higher in age?
Yep, I hear that. That's I mean, I don't want to speak for all of us here. Looks around. A couple of them kind of give a nod, but the other two are just like stoic and minding their business. Yeah, well, that's about where we are. This is some of the training. Get us our next. Get into some special ops. But welcome aboard. Did you say Gavin?
Yes, Gavin.
Well, it's a pleasure. Buckle up. I hear this tough training.
Well, if the officer in charge is any indicator of it, I imagine so.
All right, and you're able to, kind of get in and find a little camaraderie there and make up a convo. Breelith, how about you? How are you handling this?
Um,
Thank you, sir.
honestly, think Breelith would probably go in, get some food, and probably notice that everyone would she let me see. I would say that she would notice that everyone's sitting apart from each other and probably look a little sad for a moment. And is there any place in here that has like hardly anyone sitting around? Or is it pretty packed?
Yeah.
Would Breela see anyone taking food outside of the room?
No. There's a couple MPs, military police set up on either side of the table. The big double doors you walked in, and the other.
I honestly think I'm sure that a lot of these people are a little intimidating to her. So I think that she would like maybe get some food on a tray or whatever they're giving us, kind of almost like make a weird kind of like turnaround where she just grabs a bunch of it and stuffs it in her mouth and then puts the tray back like that she's done with it. And then she's going to actually go outside to the deck and find a quiet spot to sit.
Which part are you? You're eating the food, then trying to walk outside.
Yeah, she's trying. She grabbed a bunch of the food, put it in her mouth, chewed it, put the tray down, and then will try to go outside the room.
Military police, the two MPs at that door. Cadet, you eat in the mess hall.
Oh, she's not taking any food. She doesn't have any food with her.
You eat in the mess hall, cadet. Even though you've chewed the food, that's their answer to you trying to leave.
I've already ate. I'm done.
Well, just wait here nicely then. Give you your next assignment.
Okay. She will just turn and lean against the wall next to the soldiers.
Should probably pull up a seat, ma'am. Cadet. You don't have to, but if you're the one kind of chuckles and looks at the other one, like if your troop commander sees you there, you might be in for a bit of a workout. So
I don't mind working out. But I'll sit down too.
He's by, and it's maybe 2 or 3 minutes later that Francis Woodleaf walks in and does a quick, as trained to do, perception of the room, and walks over, kind of leans down over you, Breelith, and
Hi.
Cadet, why are you sitting on the floor?
Oh, I just thought it was more comfortable.
Do you not see every other cadet and person in this room sitting down at a table?
Yes, I do.
Funny or slow, but I found a surefire way to help with both of them. Looks over
What's that?
at the military police. Take down the training course. Give her 3 laps around the training course, and see if she comes back. Yes, sir.
Is this outside?
It's gonna be outside for the time being, and
Good.
we'll see in about
She will
7
happily
hours.
go. She will smile and she will follow the
Okay.
soldier out.
The MPs take you out to a brutal training course. Brutal, like even if you're in peak shape, it would be really
Okay.
difficult. So just to really send it home,
Okay.
first, I guess do an athletics check. We'll see like where you're at for round 1.
That is where did I put that at? Athletics. Oh, yeah, 17.
Okay, so not bad. I mean, it's exhausting. You're crawling, you're
Mhm.
jumping, you're spinning, you're rolling, and everything else. And you feel not tired, but like worn down and almost to the point of breaking. But finally, it's done. And then they tell you just 2 more times, and it kind of,
Okay.
off you go again. And I just want to impress, like, I'll have you do like to balance out Breelith enjoying being outside with a soul crushing thing that this is. I'll have you do a wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
please. Mhm.
Wait a minute. Can I use? Is it nighttime? Is it evening? What time of the day is it?
It's about
Oh no, it was
daytime,
breakfast, right? We
yeah.
were eating breakfast.
Mhm.
That's right. Okay. Then I won't bother with that then.
Excuse me.
I'll save my luckies. That's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, even for Breelith, so that breaks a little bit of your spirit. It does its job, physically breaking someone
Her
down.
spirit's already broken.
Oh no, Breelith, why? That's her secret. She's dead in something. No.
Okay. All right.
And you do the second round, and then by then you can't picture doing the third round, but you're put through it. You're put through. You're yelled at. The people that run on the training course are yelling, pushing, and forcing you to finish this thing. And it's about 7 hours to do these 3 laps around here. So we'll get back to Breelith after. I'm gonna say it's likely because I don't like overriding character autonomy, but I tried to put in some roles for that. I'm gonna say it probably makes you think, okay, maybe I'll sit in a seat. With the wisdom save and stuff. But I'll leave that final bit of determination up to you. For everyone else, you're able to have, this good meal and you kind of listen. It's really just cadet talk. I mean, obviously, no one's going to know anything among the cadets and stuff, but you're building rapport with certain groups and everything else. For the main crew outside of Grundy, you're all called to. Actually, I guess Grundy would be there on day 1 as well. The analytics shed, which is the. Let me switch over here to the battle map. Analytics is the green building here near the top right, so it's not too far from the mess hall. And there's different sections, there's different areas. Oh my gosh. I so I can mute for the stream. I can't mute for you all players. I'm sorry. You gotta, deal with that. Yeah, and it's pouring over a bunch of intel, and day one is just the intention is selling the importance of analytics, but also like the volume. Like you are combing through so much mundane data looking for patterns and stuff. It's very academic day one here and tedious AF. But I will ask you all, except Breelith, to roll an investigation check as you're going through the analytics. Maybe one of you can find something.
Okay. Sinister is gonna just like kind of hum under his breath, like because this is boring. It's like some little song, but he's gonna keep it very quiet. It's in an effort to raise his spirits.
Nice.
Is that any way I can inspire myself?
If you can do it with the class, you're welcome to. But otherwise, it's just flavor to try and not.
Oh no. Okay, that's fine.
I'll go
I'll
around
do
though and ask each box just so I can track in my head. Zia, for investigation.
I got a 19.
Oh,
19.
19. Okay, that's a success. I'm gonna get back to you then. Sinister.
I got a natural 19, so
Hmm.
altogether 21.
That's also a success. Nice. I'll get back to you then. Eliasana. Oh no, 5. It's just paperwork. Oh, you hate paperwork. Nice. Grundy. Okay, the only person here that hates paperwork more than you, Grundy, is Liasana, and only by a little bit. I'll roll for Ashabar here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ashabar. But no one hates paperwork as much as Ashabar.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Ashabar.
Oh no.
But there's a main instructor here. In case any of you are making mental notes or actual notes, analytics is run by Althalos Woodleaf. It's Althalos Woodleaf. They are early 40s human gentlemen. It seems. Long braided brown hair, brown eyes. Seems about 6'1", moderately athletic, fairly attractive. In like a pretty boy kind of way, you know?
Slightly jealous I couldn't use my highlighter or lip gloss, but all right.
Awesome. Very focused on the work and everything else, but there's a few aides that are going around the class. So I'll jump to Zia first. You have spotted a pattern that keeps showing up in the way that these trades are being done between a couple of groups on Atmos and ships known to collaborate with pirates. There seems to be a storefront, like completely seemingly irrelevant and data that would not be pertinent to this at all. But there's a storefront where a certain purchase is made about 3 hours before this shipment, on the dates the shipment disappears from this place, and in a pirate ship disembarks from Atmos. And it's always the exact same amount of money spent every time it happens. You kind of tie that together and feel if you want to role play that out, you can call an 8 over. Yes, found something.
I think so. First day, so I don't want to presume that I would figure something out so quickly, of course. But there was this yeah, so there was this storefront, and there's the same amount of money going right around the same time before a pirate ship shows up.
Oh,
And so
I take your papers.
I wasn't sure, maybe there could be some correlation there. It might be coincidence. I mean, I don't know.
You're flipping through your papers and the things you've highlighted. No way. I think you're onto something. This is far too many times to be happenstance. And 3 hours late.
I mean,
Congratulations.
it could be. Oh, it was that the answer?
This is actually work that has not been done yet. This is a new finding. Excellent work.
Oh, this is real
This
data.
is real data.
Okay, so she's gonna like look at the map of Atmos and be like, okay, please don't be the Gabagool shop.
Oh no!
Please don't be the Gabagool shop.
Nice, nice.
Not the olive
And-
nest.
Like what part of Atmos is this in? Like what district?
It's in the merchant district. It's sort of where it changes almost to like the black market section, but still in like a reputable portion. It's thankfully not the shop. I don't think you would have come across this one. It's
Okay.
yeah. They sell, buy and sell. According to everything you're reading, it's like carpets and drapes and linens and stuff, but suspected of weapon sales. And so now you know,
Okay.
like, a bunch of carpets come in, you know. Yeah, this is...
I mean, Zia's very embarrassed because she's under the idea that this is all fake stuff that they gave.
Yeah.
And it was just like a fun assignment. And like spot the pattern. Now she's like, oh no, are people gonna get attacked because I said something?
Wonderful findings. Oh, I'll let Alphalos know now. Thank you. Your name,
Thanks.
Cadet, was...
Oh, it's Gridselli. But you can just call me G. It's faster. It's a long name, so
Of course.
the G is just fine.
G.
You know, like agent names, like you know,
Yes,
no,
like
Agent
course.
G or yeah.
They
of
seem
course,
to
yeah,
be like,
yeah.
oh, like, you know, new cadets are so excited. I'll let Alphalos. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, wonderful findings. Oops, yikes. They scurry up to let them whack this. Okay, another aid comes over to you, Sinister. Let's see, and you got 21, I think it was in total. Do you notice sort of a similar pattern with but instead of purchases, oh my goodness, what would it be? There are it's a brothel. And there's,
course.
you know,
I don't want to be snitching on no brothel.
damn, oh yeah. There's this, you know, pattern. They have like, yeah, clearly they've gathered intel on this brothel and like who goes there and like what everyone's ordering off the menu, so to speak. And there's this particular arrangement. It's from another campaign. It's called the Midnight Rainbow, and I'll have to go back and watch that because I was like, it's
Jesus.
this, and this, and then I called it a Midnight Rainbow because it made so much sense in the moment. But anyway, so when people go in and order the collective group of people to perform a Midnight Rainbow session, there's like some sort of information. There's always like a particular rank of pirates that are in town and visiting that brothel in a different room at the same time, and so you make that correlation. Um, okay. What's the keyword? Looking pot, 3 star. screens. Okay, sorry. He was doing a little bit of talking about the new Kirby game that they've been playing
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, the cooking pot, and I got 3 stars. I was like, okay, not an emergency. So yeah.
Congratulations.
But
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah.
right?
That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
think you have to go through with like 0 like damage or deaths.
Mm.
Like it's like
They're crazy. They're
it's
like,
really difficult.
yeah.
That was newsworthy.
Yes, yes. They're impressive. They're getting all those secret stars or whatever they are for those like difficult to do things. Oh, they're impressive. um, right. So an aide comes over Sinister and oh, you found something.
Uh, I is this what rank would I know this aide to be? Would it be? I know that they would be above me, right? Like,
Oh, the
which-
aide. Yeah, they seem to be. They actually
Okay.
don't have any markings here. All the teachers, none of them have markings, so it's tough to say. But to assume.
Yes, instructor. I do believe I found something.
Oh.
However, I do think the information that I did find, but I know I think it would be well, you'll see. You'll see for yourself.
Hmm. Oh, it takes whatever papers you have and the highlighted thing. And, oh, I see. Well, that is much more than that's worth looking into.
I
Were
would
we
be
so
hesitant
lucky
to
to?
look. I would be hesitant to look right away as it could provide, it could possibly yield more results, but I'm just a lowly private.
Well,
So
oh,
I know.
I would maybe we'll be lucky enough to be sent on this assignment. I was looking through the notes, like the brothel notes, like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, well, also, it would probably be one of those situations where you could find a honeypot of ne'er do wells and
well,
to
that's in here
maybe
too. Yeah.
maybe squeeze one against the other and
Also, yeah, yeah.
firmly grasp a hold of
Nice.
one.
It kind of gives you like a nod. I'll bring this up to Alphonse. Fine work, cadet. Oh my gosh, sorry. And so,
And you don't see him. You just see him just kind of nod, but just kind of go back to like, what did I do?
the bravo, nice.
Right.
All right. So the class, gosh, it's a long class. It's the class analytics lasts for the day. You have a brief lunch break, and then you're back to analytics. And this is around the time that Zia. Shortly after lunch, you notified the person with your thing. An hour and a half later or so, Sinister, you notify them, but it's just tedious, hours and hours, and it's maybe about 30 minutes before dinner. It's gotten pretty late. Dinner's going to be late. It's around 6:30. And the door swings open to the classroom. A military police individual steps through, steps aside, and a completely tattered, worn out reel of hair askew, twigs stuck in it in different areas, barely able to hold herself upright, slinks into the classroom with an MP behind her. Like, just kind of whispers behind you, Bruce, like, well, you did well. Showed him. Lead it.
You're nice.
I've been trying
Kind
to
of pat his shoulder and then sit down somewhere.
The first MP shows you to a seat, and it's like everyone else's stacks of paperwork are like almost down to the table, but you've got a big stack of paperwork that's like 2 feet tall. You're shortly after, of course, your oh my goodness, excuse me, troop commander comes in, and around 7, about dinner time almost, and well, looks here like you've all done some fine work. I hear accommodation is in order for a handful of you, and names like 4 people in total, one being Zia's G, and the other being Sinister's oh my gosh, Zane.
Zane.
And Nice. It's fun work. Rest of you, maybe next time. If there is a next time. Gotta be sharp. As for you, and he looks down at Breeless, you're in like the front row. Fine work on that course. You did well. Now, I'm glad to see you're sitting in a seat. I expect to see that paperwork done. You won't be leaving that seat till it's done. Then you can join. Then you can head down to the mess hall for dinner.
Okay.
Everyone else is dismissed for dinner. The cadets are, do the the salute, and then are like excited, like, everyone groaning and stretching after sitting in the seats for so long. The rest of you head, to get some very filling dinner before being dismissed to your barracks for the night for bedtime. You're told that there's going to be an inspection in the morning. Everyone's going to be given their uniforms for the week. Everyone will undergo a thorough inspection, and then training picks up tomorrow. But there'll always be time for analytics. Breathe, go ahead and make an investigation check, because unfortunately, you're going to be there for another like 6 hours. It's going to be,
Sure.
what does that make it? 1 a.m. when you'll be done.
That's a 12 for investigation.
Okay. You don't find anything, but you do manage to get through the paperwork. It's around 1 a.m. and the your troop commander came back to the room after dinner and has just pulled up a seat at the front of the room. And the teacher Althalos is left. The aides first left. Althalos left a few hours later, and it's just a troop commander, not saying a word, but just sitting and reading a book in front of the chalkboard up at the front of the class. And whether it's noble or mandatory, he's sticking with you for the rest of your work in this class. And when you're finally done, all set, cadet.
All set. I didn't find much, but it's all done.
Got your work done.
Yes.
Listen, I think people come from a lot of different backgrounds before. It's important while here under my care that everybody learns that there's times to discipline ourselves. So work together as a unit. Sometimes we like to handpick who and what we care about. That's fine out in civilian. But when you're fighting for the lives of civilians and your cadet that you rose up with out in the field or just on any old day, you need to know what to do, how to do it, how to work together, and not just pick a singular goal of your own, but work as a collective. There are going to be plenty of days where you can do whatever the hell you please, in whatever way you want to. This is a free world after. Look at that while you're here. Work hard. Learn the lessons. It might seem like it doesn't make any sense or isn't important to you. There's always a reason for everything we do here. I see a lot of almost dare say I see my reflection in you when I was a cadet. So you'll be my personal project, well. I want to see you raised up, elevated, and taking everyone close to you with you.
Thank you. I want that too.
closes his book and sets it down on your desk. Might not have much time while you're here, but I was given this book a long time ago when I was a cadet, and I think maybe got some lessons in there that well, they might do right by. You're dismissed, cadet. Get yourself some food in the mess hall. Got 15 minutes there. You can sit on the floor if you want this once. Then get your ass to barracks and get. Understand?
Yes. She'll grab the book and almost like take a step towards to try and hug him, but then stop and then just do the salute.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll turn around and run out to get some food from the mess hall.
Okay. He puts there. The book is The Ship That Ate People and other short stories.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
Okay.
How long have you been holding on to that?
This
How
popped in
long
my
ago did you
head.
write that?
No, I just like drawing off what you all do, and I was like, he'd
Like-
have some book that could impart some wisdom, like he's trying to build, relationship, and I didn't know what the book was going to be until I set it down on the desk, and I'm like,
Like even this person is even more endeared to Brilith now because Brilith's like,
Nice. You'll have a book to consult for every story you come up with now. Be like, wait, what happened in that story? Flip, 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 flip.
Great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Amazing. All right, so let's say I was 1, you go and eat, you've got like 5 minutes over 15,
Yeah.
and then
she'll just yeah.
so like 1:25, you're getting ready. You've got a chest at the end of everyone's bed. There's bunk beds 3 high along the barracks. And there's a chest at the end there's like a 3 stack of chests. You find yours, you put your stuff in.
Yeah.
You lay down for sleep
Just
around
collapse.
like 1:30. Yeah, you're out. Your body's like,
Yeah.
No, thank you. Um, and everyone, is able to, get some rest. There really isn't much talk in the barracks. There's a little more camaraderie that you all have as you pick your seats in the cafeteria at the end of the day. Let's have to do some super quick math. That's day 1. Okay. You're all able to get a good night's sleep. Oh, morning comes around, and I won't make you role play out every moment here at the camp either. But morning rolls around. You're all getting a more general sense of the layout of the camp. So far, it feels like this heavy analytical work. They mention more analytics every day. You have a morning cafeteria set. As you're all approaching the cafeteria in the morning. I'm so sorry. There let's see. I mean, as you can see, let me go back to the other layout here. You're all heading out of the barracks, which barracks are the green building that all the way off to the left, above the or to the left of surveillance. And as you walk out, MPs are guiding everyone out. Wake up, go, go, go! And you're all being given a uniform to carry with you as you make your way over. And you are, instead of going down and around to the mess hall, you're being looped through surveillance by the front entrance outside of the building. And there are MPs walking up and down, like swarming everybody. And your troop commander Good morning, cadets, privates, corporals, and I hope you all had yourselves a fine night's rest. I hope you're ready for training to really begin in earnest. And we're going to go through and do our routine inspection. If you thought you could sneak in your your booze or your any tricks you have up your sleeve, any sweet sentimental knickknacks or weapons or items from home, that dear picture of Jane or Joe or Viv or whomever, we're just gonna make sure that we take care of that. We'll set it aside real careful like for the week. You are going to be stripped of everything and made anew. With your uniform you're holding, will be official members of the camp. You're leaving everything else behind. You live and breathe this camp this next week, the next 6 days. Fall in. Everyone whoop, like goes into single file, and MPs every like 4 or 5 people start. Each MP has 6 people to check. One steps up to Zia. One steps up in front of Sinister, the person in front of Sinister. One steps up to Grundy. One steps up 2 people in front of Liazana, and another one steps up in front of Brelith. The troop commander just happens to be walking by, or does he, at that time, and kind of looks over, again with a not a scowl, but just that look he has. Gives a little bit of a nod, like an inside nod to Brelith. And the investigation checks begin with the MPs. They're having everyone break everything down to, there's some modesty here. So down to, undies and stuff. But they're going to thoroughly check as you go through surveillance. They're going to do like proper checks. You see one, individual. Well, this spell, Sinister. You can do it innately. Detect magic. Kind of casts the spell and wipes their hand across their eyes at the end of the spell. And there's like this faint glow to their eyes as they're scanning for magical objects. Each MP that's checking. So there's one in front of you and kind of takes a quick glance over at you, Sinister, and the sending stone. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Yay!
I'm just gonna look like nothing happened. Like,
Nice. Nice. Oh, I can't keep
To
this
rock.
Wow, that's nice then, yeah. It was so fun to play with you all tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dan.
Oh, my pleasure. My
Thank you.
pleasure. Thank you, Chris, for joining us. It was such a blast to have you here. Yay! Welcome to
Thank
the
you for
crew.
having me.
Yeah. So exciting. Thank you, viewers, for hanging out with us. What a blast. Oh my gosh. You've been watching Extremis. We stream roughly every Saturday night. Been my bad past few weeks here. But every Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time. Gonna bring up our schedule real quick. That's not right. It brought up a little schedule in the corner. It's so cute.
Oh, no.
What's going on? You don't know why you did that. We have a lot of, Mad Game with Dano and friends in the morning. Play sometimes Steph and Lily and I play co-op Stardew, and there's other games, Elden Ring and stuff that I'll play. We have a lot of D&D across the night here in the 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. time slot, and a 6 to 9 on Saturdays just before us. There's a lot of art here. There's the Stormfall Initiative. We just finished a 4.5-year D&D campaign, and Steph is drawing it and shaping it into a webtoon story to be put up on Webtoons. And you can watch it being done live. Mad Indie Game Time, Steph and I do, and sometimes just Steph, indie games. Drawing Dan. With Steph's teaching me how to draw. How exciting! You can see my oh bless his soul homework as I'm terrible.
And
I have
you can-
zero skill.
you can participate along too in the Drawing Dan Discord channel. I have the homework assignment up there. So if
Oh.
anyone else wants to try out and try to learn along or play along,
Yay.
or just show up Dan with your awesome
Yeah,
awesome sketching
please,
skills.
please. I'll have more goals to reach if you do. Here's Mad Art with Steph. She draws fan art from across campaigns. There's learning Blender with Steph. She's learning 3D modeling and sculpting with
I'm
Blender.
just everywhere.
Oh yeah. And Trisha, our own Trisha here, plays in Mad Games at Dusk, where she does a bunch of really awesome games. She's like a superstar at them, so check those out.
Yeah.
If you had fun, consider giving a follow so you can be alerted to these fun streams. I'm sorry, I don't have it up here yet because we just got the logo set, but because
yeah.
it's launching this Thursday, our
Yeah.
very own Christy here she's an epic, I feel. She's too modest to say this. She's an epic level like mini painter. Her works, oh my gosh, I mean they pop up on my feed. I just like scan through them all. Oh my gosh, she's so great. Is going to be showing Steph the ropes with mini painting. Every
Be painting together.
yes, Thursday, 4 to 7 Eastern. Look forward to it. I can't wait. Yeah, isn't this exciting? Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I'm gonna teach you how to paint.
Yes.
How you paint, not how I paint. How you paint.
Oh,
Yay.
nice. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. Yeah, so yeah, give us a follow. Enjoy all the stuff. Yeah, catch us next week where we find out like, how things are gonna go, right? Everything seems so simple and straightforward so far. I'm sure it's just gonna continue down that route.
Oh, for sure.
See what new skills our sky pirates will pick up over the week too. All right, take care, everyone. Thank you again, and we'll catch you all soon. Hopefully, we'll see you here next Saturday. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.